run it, run. No, 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 ay. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. Nonchalant, wake up feeling like I'm righteous. In my mind, see it grab me with my likeness. Up till 5, no one working like this, I guess. Put in 12-hour shifts while I write this. And I know when the black shit, they showing love. Not everyone a day one, don't lie to me. And they wanna take credit when no credit's due. Say what you want, but it don't bother me. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. Nah, no sirski, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny, no, nah, no sirski. Baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny, no. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do.
Wanna see you with your hands up, going straight to the sky. Let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the benzo. Got a piece of the pie. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up, diamond shine, best at night. You wear yours, I'll wear mine. Go dumb tonight, tonight. Oh, dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Oh, Cali Dro got me feeling right with my ice in the clouds. Oh, dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Oh, Cali Dro got me feeling right. Wanna see you put your hands up, pointing straight to the sun. Everybody lift your bands up. Celebrate cause we won, we stay on another level. Yeah, the team stay fly, word to Bruno, get your rings up. Cause the limit is the sky. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up.
this ain't what you want. I've been living at hotels for a month. I don't take any meetings after lunch. I've been spelling all my sneakers, I don't jump. Me and mine only tryna double up, yeah. Me and mine tryna build, come up front, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. I've been reading Proverbs on the walk, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, and here I go again. I hope y'all never ever get the chance to win. I'm Westbrook and I'm staying at the rim. Yeah. Does anybody really wanna jump with him? Yeah. I got agents who talk like friends. Yeah. I got friends only wanna talk business. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I've been reading all the war, and I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war, and I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains in the forest, yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah.
You can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merged. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting ate. I'm ballin' like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner to all know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm tryna shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm tryna go from burnt rugs to the red rugs, that's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Wanna count me out. Next time pick a higher number. Next time you should run for cover. Next time let the giants slumber. They wanna keep me down. No amount
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Guys, welcome back to another event that we have on this channel. It's going to be the lower bracket final in the Crucial by Micron presents Shreeman Legends Community Clash. It's me, Madness, alongside KAKAO today, and we have a banger installed for you guys with KAKAO Gaming going against Old Gods, and it's going to be one hell of a clash because these guys have faced each other before. And what are your thoughts on this matchup, KAKAO?
Yeah, I think it should be a really fun matchup, honestly. Seeing as Old Gods did beat G2R, right? And they were the winners of the I Am Charlie Community Clash as well. So, you know, beating the reigning champions, you could say in the 50Ks at least. So, high expectations from Old Gods certainly. And yeah, KAKAO Gaming will be watching over their shoulder. And this should be very entertaining. But I would still think KAKAO Gaming is, you know, firm favorites in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I would also go with you on that. Given that KAKAO Gaming, even in our 1 lakh prize pool tournaments, are usually the top 2 teams. It's between them and TOK, now named as Asterix after they've been taken by the org. So yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for them. And OGs did slip up yesterday. They did lose game 1 against G2R, and then G2R did have some, you know, disastrous kind of comps they did select. So yeah, maybe that also plays into mind. And OG has to understand how to play against, you know, unorthodox comps. With that being said, guys, let's take a look at the event schedule. Right, we did have our registrations on those dates between 6th and 7th with the open quals, and then main event between 8th and 14th, and 14th is where we are at right now. It's the lower bracket finals. Whoever wins this will be facing Asterix tomorrow on the 15th in the grand finals for that majority percentage of that prize pool. So that's what to be looked out for. There's huge monetary jumps for them right now, and as we'll see just in front of you with this prize pool, it's a 1 lakh INR tournament, so 50k going to the top place. That's usually that Asterix have been taken away, but now KAKAO may be looking for blood, or Old Gods might be looking to make the miracles run for themselves and get what they can do. And this match is basically a jump of 10k INR between the 15k and the 25k. Whoever wins this will lock in at least the 25 for themselves, and yesterday G2R locked in the 10k INR for themselves.
Yeah, 100%. And as you said, like all the tournaments that has happened, TOK, well, formerly TOK, now Asterisk again, do find themselves in the grand finals. Did have one hiccup against G2R in the upper bracket semifinals, as you can see, 2-1 against G2R. So I think that was the only game that they have lost till now. Having said that, we do find ourselves in the lower bracket finals today between Old Gods and KAKAO. KAKAO, again, flawless till they met Asterisk. but they were not playing with their full squad. I mean, Dead Corporate was playing mid lane. For top lane, I think it was someone else as well. Not Copy was not playing. So a lot of roster changes for them. Hopefully, they will be coming in with the 5-man roster that they have, the main squad today. And we will get to see some really fun games, because if not, Old Gods can, pull off the upset against KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. Vortex yesterday was phenomenal for his side. Even Zuko had an MVP on the Nar that he did play, so good engages coming out for them. Had well overall comms that they did go for, but maybe the last game 3, maybe not the best of comms, but compared to what G2R's comp was, it was substantially way better, so that worked out for them. And maybe Vortex goes back to that vein, maybe he doesn't, depending on now that he's facing against a traditional ADC, unlike Hammy. Hammy was playing the 2 games where he played the Irelia, then he went for the Yone. The Yone didn't work out. The Irelia obviously works out for the man who is a legend on that champion. That man has done a lot, but yeah, now they have to change up maybe a bit of their game plan. And the Amumu gameplay that did cover from Old Gods was very crucial. They did land a lot of good Amumu also. Maybe something to look out for the side of KAKAO today. If that Amumu does get locked in, it does go pretty well. And even Warwick has couple of changes, and that's why he was chosen in game 1, I believe, of yesterday. So yeah, a couple of new changes based on the patches that have come in like a couple of days ago. So both the teams have to adjust accordingly and have to worry about what the other one will be playing out on.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like Victor is and should be the top priority as we jump into the champ select really quickly, and we can see finally KAKAO Gaming do have their full roster. Some changes in the bot lane. Dead Corporal is not playing that ADC role anymore. Love 2 comes back along with Aizen, who will be playing support. Previously we have seen him play the Jinx as well, and he has gotten a lot of quadras and pentas in these sort of matches. And as you were touching on the Amumu earlier, that gets banned right away. KAKAO Gaming, of course, was watching the games as well yesterday, so they decide that they don't want to play against this Amumu. And well, Kled ban is just a formality at this point against Copy. That champ will never see the rift when he is playing, so does get KAKAO Gaming a lot of advantages. And his Nar is open, and he is as good, if not better, on the Nar, and Nar is just a better champion in these sort of competitive matches anyway. So I really like that for Copy. Let's see if he's going to pick that up again. Sivir gets banned, which is very interesting. And there you go, the Warwick, pretty strong currently, has around 58-59% win rate in solo queue as well, which is considerably high for any champion in the game. So that's going to see the ban phase as well. And let's see if the Victor is a choice of pickup for either of these teams.
Yeah, and with the Vlad coming out, the Victor is open right now, so both teams can look for it. It was banned in 2 of the games yesterday, so that should tell you what should be going around in people's minds. But it looks like the Xayah pickup is coming out for KAKAO Gaming as their first pick. They're looking to utilize him. He's in like tier 3 right now on op.gg, so maybe not the best, but like Love 2 can be playing it pretty well, and depends on what the kind of support he's going to be running with it. But Victor is still open. Either of these teams can be looking to pick it up. KAKAO has opted to ban out the Lulu, so maybe they don't want to face against a Jinx or something. But now Old Gods, to counter maybe that Xayah pickup, is not leaving the Rakan open. They're going to be picking up that for themselves over there. And now it's going to be interesting what they pair with this Rakan. Rakan is a pretty good engage champion and even disengage champion, so he can be playing around very well. And Vortex SS is going to be looking to be make some moves on this champion. Now it's going to be interesting what Vortex will be picking as ADC and which order Old Gods will be looking to pick up these champions. They are taking their time, and in the end do lock in that Nocturne. That is a pretty big favorite in our region. We do see a lot of bans on this champion, but it has been left open, and Old Gods have utilized it, and we'll see WU on that champion. Now KAKAO are hovering that rel for themselves with the Xayah, with the Stud, and with Xayah getting 3 or more feathers on it, gets the root as well, can do a bunch of chain CCs. So this does look like not a bad pick. Any kind of good engage, tanky support will be good in this scenario, and that is the reluctant. Ooh, now the Elise hover is very interesting over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think that gets logged in for Dead Corporal, though. Let's see what they decide. As you said, the lovers have been split in this one. Of course, when you pick the Xayah first, If the enemy team does not pick the Rakan, you can get it for yourself. So I think that's a smart pickup. Nocturne, again, as you said, quite prevalent in the scene that we are in currently, along with the Gwen jungle as well, which is funnily enough not banned or picked in this one, as Dead Corporal does lock in the Viego for himself. So far looking like a really solid comp, lot of engage, lot of resets as well, a lot of I generally think Zaya is really good against Nocturne, because if you jump her, she can, choose to use her ultimate and just be very comfortable in the team fight. So I think that's a great pickup, especially coming in later on, as Champs Select will be remade pretty soon. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like one of Old Gods player has disconnected, hence we saw the smolder hover coming in as well. But yeah, so far I think it's looking good for KAKAO Gaming. I mean, we have seen some wonky drafts coming out from them in the past as well, but going by the first 3 pickups, I think that looks a pretty solid draft so far.
Yeah, it does look pretty solid. Even after the disconnection will be the same picks that will be coming in, the same bands that will be coming out. So hopefully we'll get back into it as quick as we can. But just interesting to touch upon the bands that have come out from KAKAO. They have been watching the matches, especially that they have banned out the Amumu, the Warwick. The Warwick can be banned out anyway, given his readjustments that have been done on this patch. So a lot coming out said for them, and the Lulu ban coming out to maybe dissuade some ADC picks that Old Gods can go for. But yeah, nice pickups coming up for them, and they can be looking to make any kind of plays here. The Zerel Zaya combo is pretty deadly in the bot side. If they once change CC their stuns, they can do a lot. And the Nocturne pickup by W, I'm pretty sure he's comfortable in the champion. We traditionally have been seeing W as the mid laner in most tournaments, but now he has made the adjustment as a jungle, so that has been what he's done, and he did a phenomenal job as the Amumu yesterday with very good engages as well.
Yeah, 100%. We have seen him play the Silas quite a bit, Akali quite a bit as well. Even the Ari has come out a couple of times as well. So yeah, I mean, transitioning into that jungle role, let's see how he does. Of course, did really well on the Amumu in the 2 games that he got to play in, but none of that's going to happen today. So just to make him uncomfortable, they do decide on banning the Amumu. I think Nocturne's a pretty straightforward champion as well, honestly. You don't really need a lot of mechanics for that. You just farm till level 6, decide which lane to gank, and then you can take it from there. So a pretty simple champion in theory. Shouldn't be too hard as well to pull it off in an organized setting as well, where you do have all these flash timers and everything just timed, and you can play around it. Yeah, but I mean, not much to talk about since we just have 2 picks coming in, but we will be looking at the Rift Rulers leaderboard coming in. That is based on the performance of these teams in the past tournaments, and it shouldn't be a surprise right there, right? The first 2 asterisk and KAKAO Gaming 30 to 24. I think the only thing that separates them is, of course, the first and second place in the previous tournaments, as well as any tournament so far, right? Phoenix Gaming are 3rd right now, but there's just a huge gap coming in for KAKAO Gaming and Phoenix Gaming right there of 10 points. Phoenix Gaming did win a 150k tournament, but that's not enough to propel them towards that first 2 position or even close to it. And TSW, who have performed relatively well, but are still going to be at number 4. Stealth, Flashlight and G2R, it's essentially the same team, but they did change names, so they are going to find themselves in 5th and 7th spot, although again it's the same team. And we tried as well, coming in from Pakistan, did really well in one of the tournaments, finished 2nd, are number 6 right now.
Yeah, and the leaderboard is looking a bit in favor of Asterix and KAKAO Gaming. I don't think anyone will be catching up to that 1 and 2nd position except for each other over there. Yeah. Phoenix Gaming have won their tournament that did give them a bunch of points in this leaderboard, so that is going to be something to watch out for. Neither the Phoenix Gaming or Tyson Warrior are in this battle anymore, so the top 2 slots are nothing to be worried about of anyone else gaining points over here. It's just going to be between Old Gods and KAKAO to be seeing what can be done about the point structure of this system. But the River World, as you said, rightly so, in the lead. Asterix, they have been winning majority of our tournaments, any tournament that they have been playing in, and they haven't dropped many maps. In this tournament itself, they've only dropped one game to G2R up till now, and even then G2R did fall down to OGs. So OGs might be looking as someone that you have to reckon out for, but at the end of the day, Asterix are feeling very comfortable at the top, and let's just see what does happen tomorrow and which of these two teams actually go up there against them.
Yeah, 100%. I think we could be making a strong case for either team, but I think KAKAO Gaming should be favorites, as they have always been against any team who are not named TOK and now Asterisk, right? So KAKAO Gaming should have this one sort of in the bag, honestly, just by looking at their players as well, looking at the drafts as well, the changes that they have made as well, and finally playing with their full roster as well, with Savage coming in the mid lane, and Dead Corporal again role swapping. From the last tournament he was playing AD carry, now he has gone back to that jungle role, so that should be much better. I think that's you can make a case that the top side of this team is the strongest in the region. Of course, you do have Asterisk as well, who do have RTO, Black Infinity, and now Thorfinn in the mid lane, right? So it is very, very even, honestly. Any of these players can just take the game by the scruff of the neck and just carry it. So, and I think that will be on full display as well in this one coming in. Yeah, that should be a great match, although we are kind of writing off the Old Gods right now, who did perform really well, but that is the sort of expectation, right, coming in from KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. And Copy, I think, once again wants to assert his dominance in the top lane. He is a very vocal player about how he plays this role, and will always tell you if he's diffing you in the top side. So he will be making that a fact. Another thing, guys, before we do head into the Champs, once again, something to mention is follow all our socials in the link in the description below. It will help you keep up to date about where we are and how the scene is going, and will let you come in for the tournaments, how they are going on. And because, as you can see, most of the picks and bans have been the same. We will see that Copy and Dead Corporal and Savage have locked in their respective Zaya, Rel, and Viego. The Viego is a very interesting pick for KAKAO. He is very, very strong currently on the patch, and if he does get any resets in the fight, it can be the game changer between these two teams right now. And that's going to be Dead Corporal playing this role, so a man that has to be reckoned with given his prowess in the top, in the jungle. I think just a bit maybe deficit in the ADC role, but otherwise this man is just solid on his mechanics and is not someone you have to fear about when you're playing across everything over here. Now the Viego has been locked in, as we know. Now what do you match with this Rakan in the bot side? It's going to be the Zaya pickup instantly from the side of Old Gods, and we've entered the second phase of banning. Sorry, the Kai'Sa pickup, my bad. Yes, absolutely. And now Old Gods have entered the second phase of banning, and what do you essentially ban out here, Kaka?
I think you just ban out what's comfortable for Copy. You ban out the Gnar right here. If I'm Old Gods, I'm looking to ban that champion, but the Orianna will see the ban phase. I think they might be targeting the wrong person, because Savage does have a massive champion pool, can play the Akali, Orianna, Syndra, Lissandra, I mean, you name it, right? Victor as well, that we keep talking about. So I think they would be, it would be much better for them if they started banning out Copy's champ pool. And there you go, the Gnar does see the ban phase, but the Jax is open, and that would be the those would have been the two champions that I would have banned if I was Old Gods. Aurora is going to get banned against Zuko as well here. Zuko, we have seen, has gotten MVPs on his Aurora performances in the past, so I think that's a pretty solid ban coming in. Let's see what the fourth pick is. It should be a mid lane champion coming in. I think Zuko would want to counter pick his top lane, so don't be surprised if we see a control mage coming in. And there you go, the Cassiopeia is going to come in. Does not really have a lot of good matchups, so this can be abused by Savage. It will really depend on what he picks. The Victor's open, the Irelia that he prefers as well, one of the 2-3 players that does prefer that champion. So I mean, it would make a lot of sense as well, but the Victor is just, yeah. Victor is just really, really good on this patch, so I think that's always a great pick.
Yeah, absolutely. The Victor with his buffs and the changes to his kit is always a good pick, and it's instantly chosen by KAKAO when they see the opportunity has been picked up and they know it's a Cassiopeia they'll be facing in the opponent. Now it's just lamenting what KAKAO Gaming will be blind picking as their top side, and it seems that Copy has chosen the Aatrox for himself, and now Zuka can counter it in any which way that he does want from the available champion pools to himself. And now if you see KAKAO Gaming's overall comp, right, it's looking pretty good. And now the Jax that was left open is being hovered, and now Old Gods is teasing us a bit with what they want, and the Malphite is coming into play over here. An excellent champion for the team fight that Old Gods did need, given how their comp was. He does provide a lot of CC with his ultimate, plus the Rakan ultimate, plus the Cassiopeia ultimate, plus the Nocturne ultimate coming in. So it's looking like pretty balanced comps all both ways around, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look at the engage that's coming out from the side of Old Gods, right? The Malphite ultimate, Nocturne, even the Kaisa can jump the backline, and Rakan we all are familiar with his charm coming in as well. So, lot of engage on the side of Old Gods. So I really like, honestly, what KAKAO Gaming still have for themselves. They have engage, they have disengage, they have a lot of damage coming in, resets of course on Aatrox and Viego as well. So it's just a matter of getting one kill for their team, and they can snowball these team fights. So I mean, it's a really good draft coming out from both the teams, but KAKAO Gaming might have more than one way of playing the game in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've talked about it again and again over here, that the drafts don't matter that much given how these teams do like to play out. It's just going to be about who gets fed early on and what kind of matchups are going on and who goes for the scrubs early on. It all gets actually decided in the first 5 minutes about which team will be taking the lead over here. But yes, pretty balanced comms coming out compared to other games that we have casted. I do like both sides comms. It seems like 50-50 on paper, maybe favoring one or the other side based on how the engages do plan out. The Rakan does provide a bunch of disengage from the side of Old Gods, so that can be coming into play. And with the Malphite, if KAKAO Gaming's group by mistake even bunch up for a second, he can ultimate in and can cause a lot of damage on the side of Zuko there. And Zuko against Copy in the top side will be an interesting matchup to see, because even if the Malphite, as we've seen previously, even yesterday, to go far as that match back, the Malphite, even if he falls behind in the laning phase, caused so much in the team fight that his team ends up winning. And I just hope neither of these teams focuses the support when they come to the team fights, because that was a crucial factor in why the game was decided yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. I did see that Silas support that had come in was 2 and 12 at some point, if I'm not wrong. So I wouldn't want to see those shenanigans come in from either of these teams. Of course, they have picked up the more meta standard supports in this one, so I don't think that will be the case anyway. But yeah, guys, this is game 1 of the lower bracket finals right here, and whoever is going to win this series will find themselves in the grand finals tomorrow against Asterisk, and that will be a very fun matchup to watch as well. Maybe we get some fresh blood coming in from the side of Old Gods, who can maybe upset Asterisk on their track, which has been flawless so far. They haven't lost any tournament. And on the other side, KAKAO Gaming again might find themselves in the grand finals, and maybe this time they get their revenge. So it's going to be pretty interesting, and this game 1 will reveal a lot of what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And KAKAO Gaming have once got their chance in this tournament against Asterix as well. They went down 0-2 to Asterix in the upper bracket final, so they will be looking for revenge on their picture. But before that, they have to deal with Old Gods over here, who have had a pretty good series yesterday, except for that first game. They did seem pretty much dominant with Vortex as the bait in the last 2 games that they did play. So Old Gods will be looking to be making a good run for themselves. But yeah, they have to face out KAKAO before, and KAKAO is no joking matter over here. They have some veteran players on the side, even on both sides, essentially. Like teams that have placed against each other, players who have placed against each other, and even in the same teams at maybe at one point. So they know each other through and through, and it's just going to be about who comes out better today and who's had the better performance today, who's feeling themselves today, and who can actually get themselves ahead for their side. If the Malphite does land some crucial ultimates with the Nocturne diving on the backline, it's going to provide a lot. The Xayah does have a bit of mobility with her R, with the pullback of her feathers that can cause a bunch of stuns for her team. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to be how the first 5 minutes go and who's going to get the advantage in terms of CS and which side the jungler's going to path. Because normally both when we see these two teams, at least they do parallels in the river and they don't go for aggressive 5-mans at level 1 anywhere. They don't go for the kind of roams that we did see G2R do yesterday, which makes things a bit spicy. But yeah, I think it's just going to be a bit basic until at least the 5 or 6 minute mark, until one of the lanes maybe gets a bit pressure or sees an opportunity that they can seize.
Yeah, I mean that's what we are here to find out as well, right? What happens in the early game and how it translates into the mid game. Quick note though, KAKAO Gaming, although they did lose to Asterisk, they did not have their full squad. They did not have their solo laners. Both of them who are going to play today. So I think that's going to again create a lot of difference in the game, right? And talking about difference in game, we will be jumping into this game 1 of the lower bracket finals, and it is on for both these guys. If they want to reach the grand finals, they have to secure their spot today. This is the last shot that they have. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, second and third place do have a lot of difference in the prize pool as well, 15,000 to 25,000. So they are playing for a lot of money as well, and an opportunity to win it all in the grand finals, the 50k prize pool. And yeah, there we go. We have gone on the rift, and this will be a very fun to watch match 1 coming in again for KAKAO Gaming against the Old Gods.
Yeah, and as we discussed in the draft phase, not much action coming out except maybe that Viego meeting the Nocturne over there, and Nocturne placing his own ward that side. The Aatrox meets the Malphite here. Interesting to see that Nocturne has opted for that health portion of himself. Given his passive, I don't think that is necessary, and he has a pretty good clear anyway, and has enough lifesteal to pull himself back up. The Viego, as we do see, not opting for the health portion. That could mean a difference in the way they back and get their first
going to get
item.
a leash as well.
Yeah.
Essentially what happens is you do give up a lot of pressure towards that bot side. I personally am a believer that if you are leashing for your jungler, you're essentially just sacking your lane, and that's exactly what it's looking like. As you can already see, Rakan and Kaisa are pushing up a bit. I don't think giving a leash should be a thing anymore. But anyway, let's not talk about that too much. In the top side, as you can see, Arcane comment coming in very handy for Zuko. Savage trading really well in the mid side of the map as well. Is running Summoner 80. So will have a lot of poke damage. There you go. The barrier gets used by the Xayah. Love to very, very trigger friendly on that, and is just going to resist a lot of damage coming in, but does lose his summoner spell. And again, it all traces back to the leash. You didn't have to do it. Now you lose a lot of priority. You lose one of your summoner spells. Was it all worth it in the end? Not too sure.
Absolutely, absolutely not. That's why it's this season. You don't need the leashes essentially over there. I think they've given the Viego the leash, given that he doesn't have his health pod, so maybe he might be a bit weak over there. But
I
they
mean,
did
you are
sacrifice
still
a lot.
there is but there is nothing. Even if you are 4-5 seconds late, there's not much difference. Because you can see Nocturne didn't get a leash, and he is still farming really well. His clear speed is really good. He will be 2-3 seconds behind, but all in all, it does not really matter that much, as the Unseen Blade is going to take a lot of damage in the trade in the mid lane, and that's what Victor does right now. Has a lot of damage. The Q shield has increased, so you can trade more effectively as the junglers are going to meet on the top side of the map. There you go. W finds Dead Corporal, uses the fear, is going to run him off the map. Dead Corporal might need to flash this actually.
Flash
W.
forward. Ooh,
With
the
a
Q
beautiful
snipe
Q.
from the Nocturne. Well played by that man. Even using his health pot in the fight, even though it was not that necessary. But yes, first blood going over to the OG's jungler. Well played from him. The Q was just beautiful to watch. Both flashes burned from both junglers, but in the end of the day, Nocturne coming out on top of that side, even got the scuttle for himself. So is way ahead right now in the terms of his spacing, and he's gonna even pick up the bottom scuttle as well. In the top side, you can see it's even Stevens in CS. In the mid lane, the Victor will be being a presence pretty later on. In the bot side, the Zaya has picked up a CS lead, but look at how huge that wave is going towards that Kaiser. The Kaiser is going to pick up a hefty lead after this
Yeah.
wave if she does manage to CS
Just
pretty
to
well
cut
under
you
the
off
turret.
right there, though, right? I mean, look at the lead that Nocturne has gotten for himself. Gets the first blood again with a beautiful snipe coming in. Gets both the scuttle crabs. Has the vision on Dead Corporal as well, who does not have flash. So this might be another death for him if these guys decide to play it out. And there you go, double knockup comes in, and Dead Corporal will die once again. Very shortly, but he is dead. There you go.
Yeah, and he might be taking a few more members of him with him as well. The Rel is going dangerously low. A flash forward from the Cassiopeia that secures the kill, and that's 2 deaths for the 3 deaths of KAKAO Gaming in this entire half for Dead Corporal, and he is not having the best of starts over here. As KAKAO very rightly pointed out, without that flash, he is just very, very vulnerable over there, and it results even in the death of the support of KAKAO Gaming. The Rel going down once, the Dead Corporal going down twice, and just not looking like the start they want. He started off with a triple longsword as well, while the Nocturne is just having the fun time of his life. 1-0-2, this Nocturne already has the Tiamat as well. Will be looking to get much more ahead in the terms of camps, and just will be asserting dominance. And OG is off to a very great start against a very strong team over here.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's just down to how greedy Dead Corporal was, or maybe salty that he lost the second scuttle as well. That should have been his, as we see almost
very low.
Almost a solo kill, but Savage is going to die, does not have the flash. W will get one more kill for himself. I think he is as good as dead right here. The Rel really cannot stop him. Kaisa, can you look towards this bot side of the map? Okay, never mind. The Rakan secures the kill, so that's a very dead Savage as well. Overestimating his damage and pays for it with his life. Not the greatest of start for KAKAO Gaming, who are 0-4 down. As you can see towards the top side of the map as well, the fight is going to come in. Malphite does have his ultimate, and if there's a fight, I think OGs would be quite favored, as all 3 grubs are picked up from the side of KAKAO Gaming. So they did use, the tempo that they had towards the top side of the map, as Savage was getting chased out by 2 members, essentially 3 you can call it, when the Unseen Blade was recalling. So sort of a steal right there, against the run of the play. But in terms of gold, you can already see the difference coming in. That's a 1.6k gold lead coming in for the side of OGs right there, as Dead Corporal looks for another gang.
I think Unseen Blade is in a bad position.
Fine.
He doesn't have his flash, is slithering his way to try and get out. The W from the Viego misses out, and now the Viego is in no man's land and will be going down to Unseen Blade. And that's a second kill for the mid laner of OGs right there, right then. If that W does land, maybe something else does happen, but yes, OG's members do come up to back up their mid laner. Cassiopeia gets his own kill, and look at this. Savage is pretty low. Unseen Blade, if he had flash, would have got the kill, and gets the kill anyway at the end of the day with the E. And look at this, the top side, Zuko gets his own solo kill. 2 solo bolos in the span of 3 seconds from the side of OGs. One's in the top, one's in the mid, and this is looking like OGs starting off absolutely excellently. Around 3k gold lead for themselves. I have lost the 3 grubs who will be picking up the first Drake, and just look at the side laners. Look at all members of OGs have at least 1 kill on their side right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful start from the side of OGs, getting solo kills in both the lanes. The jungler got a solo kill onto the enemy jungler as well. And in the bot side, you can see there's a huge CS difference coming in for Vortex on that Kaisa. 17 CS up on his opposite number. The Rakan has done beautifully in these sort of skirmishes as well, 1-0 and 3 he finds himself. So all 5 of them are just really stepping up, and Kakao Gaming have their work cut out in this one, because OGs have come to play in the top side as well. Malphite, using his flash and then ulting, making no mistake or keeping any room for mistake right then, and just finishes off Copy in the 1v1. The counter pick for him coming in really handy, and this is just beautiful to watch from the side of OGs, and I really hope they can keep it up for the rest of the game, because they have just started so brilliantly right here.
Yeah, absolutely. But even then, Copy does have that CS lead for himself in the top side. Has around 15 CS on his counterpart. On the bot side, you can see that Vortex is up in CC as well. But look at this, a dive setup has come in, but the counter from the Nocturne at the back of it. The Malphite
Dead
is
Corporal's dead
surviving,
again, I think.
and that's a dead Corporal being dead once again over there. The Nocturne does go down for his troubles, but Cassiopeia picks up her 4th kill of the game. On the bot side, they're trying to go for an exchange. It doesn't work out. But the top side, it's a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of OGs, and they are having a gulp. And this is probably the best dream start that they can be looking for right now. And the Cassiopeia already so fed, 4-0-1, already has a 250 goal bounty. It's a lot. And the backstop of the Zaya over here, the Rakan going dangerously low, will be going down for trying to stop the back, and Love to picks up a kill for himself. A bit of reprimand
But
for
the
the
TP is
side
coming in.
of OGs. The TP is coming in over here. The flash ultimate from the Cassiopeia not landing the way he wanted on to Love to. I think Isaac can just safely walk out from it. But the E after the flash from the Rel does connect, and Cassiopeia picking up her 5th kill for the trouble of TPing in the bot side, and OGs quickly counter up for the death of the Rakan in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, that was beautifully played as well. Rakan was not level 6, unfortunately, when he went for that engage, so ended up dying, could not E back to the Kaisa as well. As we see another gang coming in. The charm comes in from the Rakan. W is there to fear, and the beneficiary for this will be yet again the Unseen Blade on the Cassiopeia, who has roamed everywhere, honestly. TP'd bot lane, gets a kill, walks towards that top side of the map, gets a kill onto the Aatrox as well. Now in the mid lane, will get the kill onto Savage as well. So this has just been a really phenomenal jungle and mid difference so far in this game. And you can see the score as well, 2-11, 3000 gold difference. All 3 grubs will be, actually never mind, 1 grub will be secured by OGs right there. 5 of them went to Kakao Gaming, so that is something that they can play with, along with the CS lead that Copy does have in the top side of them. But as a Malphite, you are fine being fight and CS behind, and another gang comes in. I think that should be a dead Copy yet again, who is healing quite a lot of
He's
HP
healing up pretty
that he
well,
lost.
but the Viego is very late for this fight. He is going to try to secure the Nocturne before he goes down. Does get the Nocturne, does get the reset, but I think Zuko is going to finish this off anyway. It's another 2-for-1 exchange in the top side right there. Copy just going down as well as Dead Corporal. That's his 5th game of the 5th death of the game, and it's just not looking the kind of DC that we're used to being seeing in Kakao Gaming's side. And nice ultimate from Zuko to initiate that fight. 4W does come in with his ultimate, does secure his kill before going down. Has already the Stridebreaker, has the Bramble Vest completed as well. The Zuko at the top side has sacrificed a bit of CS, but he's not even that far behind. He's only around 2 CS behind. That's not even that much compared to how this laning phase has been going. And every time he knows that the Nocturne is close to him, he goes in for the ult so the Nocturne can follow up, and it's working out beautifully for the side of OGs. They're 13-3 up on Kakao Gaming side, and just look at that goal difference, around the 3.5k goal difference mark for themselves. And again, they're trying to catch once again over here. The fear does land onto the rail. That might be a very dead support for the side of Kakao Gaming. That's Aizen going down for his 3rd time this game, and Viego's trying to counter in onto the Rakan, but realizes that the Nocturne is close by, uses the blasting cone to run away from that fight, but it's just looking like OGs are running away with it over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, every play that Kakao Gaming, wants to make, OGs answer it beautifully well, as we just saw in the mid lane yet again. Savage, 4th death of the game for him. 7-0 and 2 for the side of the Unseen Blade. Nocturne ult is going to come down. Dead Corporal yet again going to die. Copy yet again going to die. I mean, this... Love 2 is just wondering what the hell is happening in this game where all of his teammates have died more than 3 times already. 3-17, can you believe it? In 13 minutes for the side of OGs, and a 5,000 goal lead so early on. I mean, I am at loss of words right now for how well OGs are playing.
Yeah, and this is just not looking like the KAKAO we used to be seeing, and this is looking like OG starting this map off strong. The only I think solace that KAKAO Gaming can find is that they got 5 of the 6 grubs. But even then, OGs do match it up with their 2 Drakes, and they are running away with the goal lead as well. Almost at the 5k goal lead mark for themselves, and this Victor has not penned out. He had bought a Darksteel in the hopes that he will be picking up kills, but as you can see, he's sitting at 0 stacks, given that he's 0-4 and 0 right now, while his opponent, the Unseen Blade, is at 8-0 and 2 with a 600 goal bounty on his head, while the top laner of OGs has a 300 gold bounty on his head, 303 as well, and he is matching up against very well against this Aatrox in the top side. But you can see this Viego's trying to sneak his way up. If you look at the map very carefully about the way he's trying to go up around over there, they are trying to set up a trap, but the Nocturne is close by. In the meantime, in the mid lane is a 3-2 setup, basically 3 members there. They're trying to go for the Rift instead. They realize how strong they are, and I don't think KAKAO Gaming can match this at all. And it's just the Dead Corporal is sitting in that bush for absolutely no reason at this point, unless they can try to catch this Cassiopeia
as well, actually. Yeah, I mean, both of them are just wasting so much time waiting for something to happen. And again, Nocturne can just press R and follow up. He does not even need to follow it. Can just threaten the ultimate. And again, I mean, look at that. They have spent more than a minute sitting in towards the top side of the map. The Unseen Blade still, though, uses his ultimate flash really well, and that was such a fail. Unseen Blade, if he doesn't go down, there you go, the big shutdown comes in, but at what cost, right? Copy burned his flash, and the cavalry is here. 2 for 1 yet again, after essentially wasting a couple of minutes just sitting in the
this
brush
guy is
as
getting
Zuko
bullied.
looks for a... Yes, what do you do as Love 2 in this game, honestly? I mean, he does have the flash and barrier, but he will die. The Malphite is just so far ahead, has the Sunfire, has the Bramble Vest, has the plated steel caps completed, as well as Vortex. Double S is looking for an engage. Aizen will be very smart to flash away from that as the Herald is open towards the top side of the map. So a lot of action happening, but
ooh, TP coming in from the Victor from behind.
The OGs.
They're trying to catch up W while he's trying to run away. He is in a precarious spot, does not have flash to try and dodge out of this, and will probably end up going down. But look at this, backup is over here. The shutdown does prevail on this side. Viego does get his reset, and they're trying to catch the Rakan over here, but look who's here to back it all up. It is the Cassiopeia. This 8-1 and 4 Cassiopeia is really fed. You're gonna have to run from the side of KAKAO Gaming. They are trying to do just that, but Rakan does end up going down right now for this chase, and so does the Cassiopeia at the end of the day, and it's all just the Kaiser having to run away with the Hextech portal. And this is the kind of turnaround that KAKAO's looking for, where OGs get a bit too greedy and a bit too far pressed overall, and that KAKAO can capitalize on it. And this is looking like the KAKAO we do know when they capitalize on these kind of mistakes right here, KAKAO.
They will need a lot of these, honestly. That was a misplay coming out from the side of OGs to chase that far into a brush that was not warded. Aizen, just being so clutch, right, that uses his flash Q ultimate to lock down the Unseen Blade and Vortex double S, and they do get 2 kills right there, but it doesn't amount to much, honestly, right now, especially when the Victor still does not have any kills for himself. The Rel picked one for herself as well, so I don't think that changes a lot in this game, but a couple of these mistakes might stack up eventually, right? So OGs will have to be a bit careful, but just look at the items, right? Are they looking to dive the Unseen Blade
Dead
top
Corporal, I
side. I'm
don't
not
think
sure
that's
that's
how
going to
we do
work.
that dive right there. She has realized she has to push you away and you do fall back. The Victor doesn't even have an item, full item complete for himself, so he's pretty weak right now as well. So I don't think that's the way you go for it. And Aizen, you
Oh,
walked a bit too
beautiful.
close to that bush. You're going to be punished for this mistake right about here. The kill is just a matter of seconds and it's going to be going over into the hands of the ADC of OGs. Vortex RH will be picking up that for themselves and they're going to be starting up the third Drake of the map, which will give them the sole point for themselves in this Hextech map right here. So if they pick this up, they will have Soul Drake, and I don't think there's any way that KAKAO
Yeah,
Gaming
and
can mess this
look at the
up.
top side of the map though. Zuko has found himself behind the Victor. Savage might end up going down as we have a fight in the bot lane. Rakan uses his ultimate, is going to start the fight. Copy is going to go down yet again on that 8 rocks. A beautiful
Oh,
follow up from
Victor.
the side of Kaisa as well coming in, as the Victor, I think he's going to go down, does not have the flash available to him.
Yeah, I
Zuko
think
will
he's just
eventually
died
catch
there.
him with one of his Qs.
Oh
Never
no, I
mind,
don't
the
think he can
Hextech
after the
gate.
gravity well.
Yeah, the Hextech gate might come to his rescue as he escapes that uh, with blinking HP bar essentially. But again, advantage OGs, right? They burn the Victor Flash, they get the kill onto Dead Corporal, and I think Copy as well, who ended up dying towards that bot side of the map. They get the first turret in the bottom side of the map, they get the dragon as well. So OGs are just taking what they want, and there's nothing KAKAO can do about it.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. And Zuko's become pretty huge as well. Dead Corporal is trying to maybe chase him down, but thinking better of it now. He's getting the damage falling back between the Sunfire and the Thornmail. Zuko is very tanky. He has a lot of armor. Not someone you want to mess with. OGs have taken a pretty substantial lead as we have been talking about over the past, 20 minutes. They have around 6k gold lead as well, around 5.8. But yeah, they have 3 Drakes to their name. They only do have only 1 Grubs to the 5 that KAKAO Gaming does have. But look at Vortex SS. He's clearing out so much vision here towards the Baron side, and they're going to be pressuring that a lot. Copy does have his ultimate, but I don't think you can do anything at the back of it. Over here, there's a dive coming in from the Nocturne. He's going on to the Victor, but now look at this nice CC coming in from KAKAO Gaming. The Nocturne ends up going down at the end of the day. The Rakan is trying to follow up. The TP is coming in from behind, but it's followed up by the Unseen Blade's TP as well. And Unseen
So this
Blade
might
looks
be a
like he will be
throw.
going down at the bottom of this. This is looking like an absolute throw from KAKAO Gaming's side. And one by one, their members are falling 3-for-1 exchange over here with the Victor falling down for W, for the Unseen Blade, for Vortex SS, and Zuko is also being pushed around, will get rooted up basically over there, and flashes away to safety on just a slither of HP, just by the skin of his teeth. He survives that. So does Love to at the end of the day. I think if he hits one more auto, he dies to the Thornmail of Zuko as well over there. So just a complete throw
Yeah,
coming from
and
OGs. OGs
yeah,
thought they had the
let's
advantage
look.
over there.
Let's look at the replay. This is, I think, a dream fight for the side of KAKAO Gaming, as you will see a lot of ultimates just whiffing, especially the Malphite ultimate. He wanted to ult Dead Corporal while he was changing his form, getting the reset in, so whiffed that completely. There you go, see, hits nothing with his ultimate. And this was the sort of fight that OGs could have lost, and it was not as bad as they only got a 2-for-3 as we see the picture in picture. And one of the members is going down again. It's Dead Corporal and Savage as well who are going to go down. So I think this might open up some Baron opportunity for the side of OGs, who I think whatever could have gone wrong went wrong in the previous team fight, and it was not a disaster still. And that just tells you how far ahead OGs find themselves. You can see the gold graphics as well, 7,000 gold lead, and it's going to plummet more when they secure this Baron and start taking those inner turrets as well. I mean, let's just go look at the gold, right? 400 gold lead in the top side of the map. I mean, Malphite's ahead, you don't want that. Nocturne is all 2.4, 2.5, almost 3,000 gold ahead now after that Baron buff. 2,000 for the Cassiopeia, 2,000 for the Kaisa, and about 1,000 for the Rakan. So all 5 of these
Yeah.
players just performing so well, just finding themselves taking such a big lead for themselves individually as well as the team. And this is really rough, and it really depends on OGs and how they want to finish. And the fourth dragon is coming up as well, Madness, and I think that might be the last team fight that we see in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just going to be depending on how this fight does go down. Oh, KAKAO Gaming doesn't even have any vision over on that side right now. It's only 20 seconds to that Drake, and they're being pushed back towards their base from their own jungle. That's the pressure that OGs is creating right now. The top laner and the ADC of OGs haven't even died once this entire game, and they have bounties on their heads, but I don't think anyone can claim them pretty much this soon. The victor is in the top side. He does have his, but wait about this. The fight is breaking out over the Rakan ultimate has been channeled, but nothing is going to end up coming off it except maybe the flash burn from the Rakan. Victor has been putting some pressure over there, but might have to TP in for this Drake fight right here. The Cassiopeia has tried to go on up to measure, but she doesn't have her own TP, and it looks like KAKAO Gaming are choosing to give up the Soul Drake towards OG's side. They will be picking up that Hextech Drake for themselves, and Cassiopeia is right here to pick up maybe a kill for herself. It's very hard that Victor does match him right now. He does end up picking up the bounty on that turret, but does go down for it, and looks like OGs are not done with the fights right here. The Aatrox is being caught out over here between Zuko and the Nocturne, and he's just gone diving into his own death essentially right there. That's Copy going down for the 7th time this game, and I think this is the beginning of the end for the side of KAKAO Gaming.
Man, the beginning of the end was at 5 minutes, actually, not right now. But yeah, as you said, this has gone really haywire for the side of KAKAO Gaming, as they will find some solace in killing the Unseen Blade. Again, not like it's going to matter too much as T2 goes down in the mid lane. Dead Corporal looking to find another kill, but W actually has GA for himself, so he's not afraid to trade some blows right here, and Dead Corporal does not get knocked up. I think that was crucial, but Aizen will pay for his mistakes, goes down for the 5th time, and yet again Love2 is just wondering, guys, how are you dying so many times? 7, 9, 7 and 5, the rest of his teammates. I mean, those are some really high death numbers, and that will spoil their KDA coming in, so that is quite unfortunate as well. But again, this is just a matter of the game ending. The Hextech Soul, I think, one of the stronger souls, if not the strongest, secured for the side of OG. So these Kai'Sa Ws coming up from range are going to hurt a lot, as this Hextech gate is making a lot of noise right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's making a lot of noise. Another thing to point out is the Unseen Blade, is our top 5 server. But hold up just before that. We'll see the replay here on the top side. You can see the Cassiopeia is doing a lot of damage to the Victor. He does end up getting the turret for himself, but the Aatrox will be falling down as well. He tries to go a hump over the wall, but it's just not enough for him to try and escape the claws of OG over here. He ends up going down, and now with Unseen getting 10 kills in this match, he's going to be securing himself even further up, in the top 1 spot as our top 5 summoners. He was already top before this match even started, but with those 10 kills, will be even further up on that totem pole. And just a bunch of fights breaking out. The Hextech get irritating a bit, but it just seems like OGs are just waiting to, get the formalities done with, try to end it up over here. The pause timer is going off, but I don't see any way the KAKAO Gaming can actually work the way back from it, given how all the lanes are going. Only just their ADC is the one with a positive KD right now, so just not much going in their favor. It's 29 kills to 11 kills of KAKAO, and the goal lead, oh my god, it's just spiraling out of control right now. It's 6.6k in the favor of OGs, and OGs even had the Hextech Soul for themselves. So KAKAO Gaming, maybe just at this point, maybe think about game 2, given this is a best of 3 series. Maybe just think about the way to back out from it, because this Victor has not been the answer given how much he has fallen behind, and that Dark Seal just seems, a bit insignificant at this moment, Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, at this point all his items are quite insignificant. I mean, he will deal some sort of damage, but you need to survive these fights, and I don't think that's possible, even though he has the Zhonya's completed. Just the lead for the side of OGs is just, it's too much. You are never killing the Malphite, who has 3 really beefy items. Nocturne has the GA and Thornmill as well, so he's not going to die anytime soon. The Cassiopeia, does get a lot of HP from her item build, as well as the shield from the Seraph's Embrace, so that is going to be quite annoying to deal with as well. So who do you realistically kill? Even the Kaisa has a Zonia completed, so she is going to stay out of trouble as well. So it's really, really hard for the side of KAKAO Gaming to navigate these sort of team fights where you want your champions to get resets, but it's just very hard to get them uh, going at this point of the game. So uh, yeah, I mean, if I'm in KAKAO Gaming side, I'm thinking about that game 2 and possibly a game 3.
Oh, another
as we are going to
great
see an
engage coming
engage.
over here from the Rakan
Yeah.
over here. The Viego, the Dead Corporal going down right there. Victor is being killed. Essentially understood. Does go golden for a few seconds, but that just delays the inevitable. Nice Cassiopeia catching 2 members in the mid lane over there. He has to flash out to avoid some damage. The feather flies from Love to. Nice flash from him before the E secures the kill on the mid laner of OGs. Now Love to is trying to run for himself. I don't think he can run that far. There's just not enough space in between them that he can make out unscathed. But they're trying to push that wave in for the inevitable. 3 members of KAKAO Gaming are down currently. The Aatrox and Rakan, the only ones alive. They're coming to defend this turret. But how much can you essentially defend over here? The health bars of OGs are relatively low. If they get a good engage, they can maybe do something. But even OGs recognizing that and will be heading back and maybe getting their own resets off.
Yeah, and look at the timer on the dragon as well, right? The uh, dragon is going to come up really soon as well. 1 minute and 30 on that. So that is going to be the point of contest for both the teams. And you would want to be on the side of OGs when that's happening. Even in the bot side play right there, Savage died under his turret when there was no minion wave. So it really didn't matter for the side of OGs. And that's just how far ahead they are, as Zonia is going to get picked up by the Unseen Blade as well pretty soon. And that's 2 targets with Zonia's and 1 with the GA, and the other one is Malphite. So this is really, really hard for KAKAO Gaming to play around anymore. Third item is going to come in for Dead Corporal, the Wit's End, but I don't think that's enough for him or his team to do anything, as Love 2 has forgotten to make his boots entirely, and that has been the story of the game for the side of KAKAO Gaming, who have just not been themselves in this match number 1.
Yeah, and I think Love to completely forgetting to make his boots is a very questionable factor, but it's given how his entire team has been playing, right? I think he's a bit more confused about what has been happening around the entire part of the map otherwise, because he had been doing a phenomenal job in the bot side, not doing that bad as compared to what
if
the
he
rest of the
says
team was doing.
what difference is a pair of boots is going to make, I would
Yeah.
really agree
I don't
with
think
him.
you
Like,
think you
it
question
really
that.
doesn't matter at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot question this man at this point, given the performance that he's put in. He's put in pretty good, especially that 1v1 against Unseen Blade at the later one where he flash Eat. Nice combo from him after the feathers fly. But look at this, a bit of push gameplay coming out from OGs. They want to catch out Aizen off guard, and they have done exactly that. Let's Love to letting the feathers fly once again, but I don't think it's enough to save his team at this point. Down goes Aizen, down goes Love to. Dead Corporal is burning away. I don't think you can run away from this fight after W is chasing you like that. W does claim that kill for a killing spree, and look at this, Copy's just come to see the ruins of his base at this point. I think OGs can just march it in. Nice ultimate coming out from Zuko as well. Copy's gone down so low, and yeah, I think this is just the end right here. They do have only 1 grab, but they have the Hextech Soul as well. The inhibitor falls right now, and this looks like OG's picking up game 1 of this best of 3 series in this lower bracket final against KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just look at the scores as well. 8-0, 10, 7-0, 7, 10-4, 17 for the side of W, who we were thinking about when he did transition into this jungle role, and it looks like he has found his home in that role as well. Really solid performance from all 5 of these individuals and as a team as well. Old gods running over KAKAO Gaming like we haven't seen before. And KAKAO Gaming, I mean, they are going to really bring this back from the dead, because that game one is not a reflection of who they are, but maybe Old Gods is just that good. So yeah, game one to Old Gods, and that was not a fair game. That was really one-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. A pretty one-sided matchup, especially the lead that, Old Gods did get him in the beginning against KAKAO game. Against such a strong team, they pulled it off pretty well in the beginning. They were at one point, I think, on 9-1. That was just an excellent start for their side, and just not much that.
At one point,
3 and 17.
3 and 17.
Yep. That was a huge difference. Just, I don't think you can do much there, right there. I think, it just left Love2 scratching his head like, guys, what went wrong? Guys, I think we have to do a VOD review of this game right here, because given how it did go out, just not the way that we see KAKAO falling. Especially Dead Corporal, right? Dead Corporal is just a player you don't see this kind of performance. He's usually the guy diffing the other jungler, but this time he was put in his place pretty early on, right? And it's just not much he can do. But that being said, guys, we'll be looking at a bit of the crucial moments of this game and the highlights in between that we can be seeing right here.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it all started with W getting that kill on the top side of the map, killing the enemy jungler, securing the second scuttle crab for himself in the bot side, and then fighting towards that Grom side. Again, 2 really quick kills for the side of OGs, and that is where the snowball started, right? And it really never stopped. A lot of fail gangs coming in. There you go, Flash W misses from the side of Dead Corporal, ends up dying, and this was the story of the game for Dead Corporal, who died so many times in this game. 7 deaths, 9 deaths, 7 deaths is something that we talked about previously as well in the game as well. Only Love2 just trying to survive onslaught coming in from the side of OGs, and every time KAKAO Gaming was looking to make a play, OGs, they were just there in big numbers and just answering these sort of gangs, these sort of team fights very well. So huge props to OGs. And there you go, see the score, 4-18, and this is only 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And even the top laner and the mid laner are doing very phenomenally well for OGs, alongside the jungler who, accelerated every single lane. He was, the main player over here, but, the top side did get his own solo kills. Even the mid laner got his own solo kills. And when you have your side laners or, the single laners getting their own solo kills, it gives you such an advantage as a jungler that you can pressurize wherever you do feel like. Even Zuko waited a couple of times when he knew his Nocturne was pathing correctly as he was top side, that he could get the kill in with his ultimate on to Copy. And nice counter pick coming out from the side of OGs when they knew that Copy had locked in that Aatrox. Zuko picking up his own Malphite, doing pretty well and pretty much not letting this Aatrox getting out of control. Love2 being the only standout point from the side of KAKAO Gaming, while OG just dominant across the board essentially. Rakan having very good engage, especially like this one with that nice W over there. The Victor tries to go on his turn, tries to go golden, does go golden, but just to no avail, nowhere to actually run out from there. Unseen Blade does get a nice double, ultimate over here, but just nice outplay from Love2. The Flash E just securing the kill onto the mid laner of OGs, but now where do you run as Love2? Nothing to go. And honestly, at around the 10-minute mark, I was ready to call it in OG's favor, given how much of a lead they did have, and they just utilized it completely, absolutely well. They did. Well, there was a couple of errors in their game plan, in the top side battles where Nocturne did go in on the Victor. It didn't come out as they did want it, but other than that, just no other hiccups, and OG playing out to perfection otherwise. End up this game at 30-minute mark and just marching on to that game 2 for themselves.
Yeah, and just let's have a quick look at the scoreboard as well, and that is the reflective of how this game went as well. 36-12, the difference in kills right there, 60,000 to 51k gold. All 4 dragons secured for the side of OGs. Void Grubs did go towards KAKAO Gaming, but it really did not matter as they could not even touch the enemy. Turrets, Rift Herald, Baron, like everything. OGs just owning this map 1, and 30 minutes, like that's relatively fast as well. So KAKAO Gaming, who has been the second best team so far in all of these tournaments, like find themselves on the brink of elimination, and they will have to win that game to come back into the series as we go towards the crucial MVP for this game. And you could pick any member from the side of OGs in this one, but it is going to be W on that Nocturne. 10, 4 and 17. That's 27 kill participation out of the 36 that the whole team was involved in. 14k goal lead, 6.9 CS per minute, 812 damage per minute, and he is the one who started the snowball madness towards that top side of the map with a beautiful predict of the flash, mind you, and sniping dead corporal under the turret with his Q. So I think that is where everything started. Wonderful. And yeah, I mean, that was a joy to watch as well.
Absolutely, that Q, as you said, anticipating that flash, that Q from him was just, just beautiful to watch from his side. He just played it brilliantly, essentially. And after getting that scuttle over there, he gets the scuttle on the bot side, just accelerating his team. Even his, mid laner and top lane getting the solo kill, but he was helping out all across the map, getting all the 4 drakes for his side. Just a lot being done. With that being said, guys, we will be heading into Game 2, but just shortly before that, we'll take a small break before we head into the Game 2 of the lower bracket finals between KAKAO Gaming and Old Gods.
I've been living out hotels for a month. I don't take any meetings after lunch. I've been spelling all my sneakers, I don't jump. Me and mine only trying to double up, yeah. Me and mine trying to build, come up front, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. I've been reading Proverbs on the walk, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war. And here I go again. I hope y'all never ever get the chance to win. I'm Westbrook and I'm staring at the rim. Yeah. Does anybody really want to jump with him? Yeah. I got agents who talk like friends. Yeah. I got friends only want to talk business. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I've been reading all the war. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours. Yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war. Yeah.
On the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merch. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting 8. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner so I know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like like I'm Scottie Pippen. Putting on the work, but they don't give me no recognition. Basically, the league's MVP, but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable, but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge, but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace, cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm trying to shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm trying to go from burnt rugs to the red rugs. That's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
They wanna count me out. Next time pick a higher number. Next time you should run for cover. Next time let the giants slumber. They wanna keep me down. No amount of your words get humble. That spirit that refused to crumble. Got the wrong line, reduce the mumbles. 2 a.m. on first. Imitate vultures how they lurk. Take toes with it, I'm out of eye with you, boy. Challenge the best with your worst. This is my turf. Way I move is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spend my wins, they might search you. On my word, path took plenty turns. It broke my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolving my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation couldn't win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, evolve from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart. You didn't know you had. It's like that. Flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving it gas. I lock it in off free. Adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown. I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get. I got 10 toes down. Don't forget, I survived. I survived. When you on the brink and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you gon' take a knee? Never. You gon' keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever. I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had uncertainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I'll run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regret haunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it costs me.
Okay, welcome back guys. By Crucial by Micron presents Shreeman Legends Community Clash. We are in the lower bracket finals. We just saw a really one-sided first game coming in from the side of OGs against KAKAO Gaming. 30-minute game. It was really one-sided throughout madness. What do you think needs to change for the side of KAKAO Gaming to come back into the series?
One thing that is changing is, Aizen is no longer going to be the support. It's going to be Stylizard. That's a substitute that will be coming in. So maybe they were feeling that they were lacking there, but I don't honestly think that's what KAKAO was lacking in. It was more towards their top, mid, and their jungle side where the problems were lying in, where they were losing some early bloods for themselves. So maybe some changes over there would be what is necessary. Old Gods are sticking to this severe ban for themselves. So that's going to be something. KAKAO will be matching it up with their a Mumu ban that they did in first game. All gods, as we know, can't leave that. They cannot leave that champion open, and they led for a copy. So that comes out now. KAKAO realized that the Malphite was causing majority of their problems, especially that copy was not able to match him any so in the team fights at all. So that ban is coming out as well. So now it's going to be up to what KAKAO choose as their third and what All Gods choose as their third ban.
Yeah, 100%. I think this should be a Nocturne ban. Never mind, the Lulu comes in. For the side of KAKAO Gaming, actually, they might look at that Nocturne, I think that W was pretty comfortable on that champion, did get the MVP as well, was really wreaking havoc in the early game as well, pre-6. So I think that is something worth looking into, as we will see what they decide to ban. But nothing changes for the Old Gods, right? They don't need to change anything. All three bans remain the same. And the Cassiopeia, interestingly, is going to find herself taken out in this one, and let's see what Old Gods decide to pick. Could be an ADC pick, but yeah, I mean, if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So the Nocturne comes in first pick as well. Really comfortable W on that champion, and I think that should have been banned against him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a champion that W did perform very well in. Man did get the MVP as well last time. He did outperform Dead Corporal on his Viego, so was a lot to be desired from their side. But KAKAO have left it open, so All Gods will be picking that up. And KAKAO match it with their own Rakan pick this time for themselves, so they'll be trying to
Could be the Xayah coming in as well.
And it looks like the Xayah coming in, as KAKAO was just saying. The Xayah does come in right there, locked in, absolutely to go. But honestly, KAKAO Gaming are a bit fearful of Old Gods, given that they did the Cassiopeia and the Malphite ban. So they are trying to do some bans against them, but this leaves Old Gods with a bunch of other things that were not banned in this game that were banned in game 1, so they can be looking for that. But it looks like Vortex is going back to that vein in the bot lane that he did so well on yesterday in the lower bracket round 3, and that's what is looking open for him. He did have a Lulu as a support then, but that has been banned, so that can't be locked in. But the Renata that was in game 3 along with him gets locked in over here, so looking like a very solid bot lane given what we've seen from Old Gods before. So now it's just up to KAKAO to try and match what Old Gods have brought out with the Nocturne, Vayne, and Renata.
Yeah, 100%. But I really prefer the Xayah Rakan over Vayne and Renata. I don't think Vayne's a good champion. Even if you are good on the champion, it's just she does not do as much as the Xayah will in team fights. But we will have to find that out, as Nar is going to get picked up for the side of KAKAO Gaming. Copy not taking things into the second phase of just picking his champion out right there. Nar does not have a lot of bad matchups. The On is going to get banned as well. I think the Auroras should follow suit if we are to go by that game 1 pick and ban phase. Old Gods here should be looking towards the mid-side bans. I don't think you want to ban out too many jungle champions, so Orianna is going to get banned as well against Savage, who honestly did not have the best of the game in game 1, but then you could say the same for any of the members of KAKAO Gaming. Well, maybe minus Love 2, who did forget to buy boots as well on his champion, so it was quite out for all 5 players. But yeah, the Galio gets banned, interestingly, from the side of KAKAO Gaming, so they don't want the Unseen Blade playing that champion, as Lissandra is getting covered, and I wouldn't be surprised if that gets locked in for Savage, who has seen a lot of teams ban this champion against him, but now he has the opportunity to play that champion, and I don't think that's a bad choice either.
Yeah, but this leaves open, Old Gods can counter the mid, counter the top for themselves, given that KAKAO have already shown what they're playing top and mid in the Nar and the Lissandra. So this opens up Old Gods for that, and KAKAO Gaming can come with the counter as the jungle, but that was locked way before, so maybe a bit in the difference over there, but maybe Copy said that he wants a Nar over there before it gets banned in the second phase, so that gets picked up for him. Old Gods are having that RD that does end up getting locked in for the Unseen Blade. So that will be playing. It's the Ari versus Lissandra mid matchup. Depends on a bit of the skill of how it does go down. Lissandra way better in team fight scenarios, at least in my opinion. And now it's up to Old Gods to pick up their own top laner to match this Gnar in the top side. They are hovering the Mbessa, and they do lock in the Mbessa despite a bit of nerfs coming her way this patch. And now it looks like Zuko will be playing the champion against Gnar in the top side. Now it's yet to be seen what KAKAO go for their jungle, but as we talk about that, the Poppy gets locked in. One of my favorites to be seeing. Dead Corporal had one of the best performances I've ever seen on a Poppy in the jungle role right here. So maybe he's looking to throw back the games in this way and maybe help KAKAO reach that crucial game 3 in their opinion.
Yeah, 100. I mean, it makes a lot of sense as well. Ambessa, of course, has dashes on all her abilities. Ari ultimate can be denied. Even Vortex will be denied on the Vayne when he decides to tumble. So I think that's a really smart pickup. And I mean, look at the team coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming right now. Zaya Rakan bot lane with a lot of CC coming in towards that mid side of the map to, you can just press R on the Ari and she won't be able to do anything in the team fights if the Poppy stands on her head as well. So KAKAO Gaming have just, I think they have just blasted off this draft, honestly, and Old Gods will have to do a lot. It's a very difficult draft coming in from the side of Old Gods. They do have to play their champions to perfection, especially the Vayne, especially the Ari as well, when you are going up against the Lissandra and Poppy, right? And for the side of KAKAO Gaming, if you can get the resets on the Lissandra passive, it's going to be a really long night for the side of Old Gods. But if we are to go by game 1, which was pretty dominant, I think Old Gods will be slightly favored. But based on this draft, I think KAKAO Gaming can take the series to game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to depend a lot on the top side quadrant of the map, essentially, given how Copy and Zuko battle it out, and when W does come in for his, essential jungle ultimates. But Dead Corporal on this Poppy has been shown to even 1v5 kind of team fights. He's very good on it. The Vayne will take a lot of time to scale up and will not be having an easy matchup against the Zaya and the Rakan. If Rakan even hits 1W after the Vayne tumble, it's very hard for Vayne to get out of it unless Renata does help her out. But yes, the Zaya ultimate is, and Zaya is as a champion better in team fights, and with the team fighting comp that I see KAKAO, I will favor them on paper at least. But hey, and the practical, it depends on how you go up in the lane. Last time Old Gods blew that out of the window. Given their first 10 minutes of the game, they were just dominating it, and the mid laners were facing a bit of a differential given how Cassiopeia was solo killing at least Victor twice before she even got a semblance of any kind of help. So I just want to see that Unseen Blade does hold his own lane pretty well against Savage, and Savage does have a bit of a counter for himself. But if Savage is known for his Lissandra and it has been left open, has picked it up, it looks like KAKAO Gaming are getting pretty serious about this match and want to definitely take us to a game 3.
Yeah, 100%, and we will find out what happens in the game pretty soon as well. But just going by these drafts, KAKAO Gaming look really solid. They have gotten the champions that they wanted for each of the members as well, and I really like Copy playing his Gnar. I think he is one of the better Gnars, if not the best one, as Zuko did get the MVP yesterday, right? So but seriously, Copy looks like a different player when he's playing Gnar, when he's playing his Kled, although we are yet to see that. On the Aatrox, quite underwhelming, but again, you can't really pinpoint one member from the side of KAKAO Gaming for that disaster that was in game 1. So this will be hopefully much better for the side of KAKAO Gaming. At least the draft will help them navigate through the early game coming in, and they will be hopeful that this goes to game 3 and they do have a chance to fight their demons in the grand finals who are waiting yet again. Asterisk, that's going to be the matchup to watch as well for either of these guys. It's a big opportunity tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how this goes out, but Copy and the Nar has got some MVP performances before, so it's just going to be what we see against him. But Zuko, given that he knows how to play Nar pretty well, he'll know how to go for his counter matchups and know when he needs to go for kind of his exchanges against on the Ambessa. Ambessa has been weakened significantly on this patch with her W and E nerfs, so it's going to be interesting how he plays it. How he's in gone for the grasp instead of the conqueror, which have been good for trades. But maybe given that he's playing against the Nar, he knows that he won't be getting as many close-up engages as he does one, and wants to proc the grasp off instead to just sustain in lane for himself. Both junglers opting not to take the health potions this time, so that works out for them. The Nocturne realizing that you don't need the health potion will be having a faster clear and better back for himself. So with the items that he can get, and as you can see before this pause, he did go off. It's pretty much a parallel across the map. We don't see much from both of these teams in the early level ones where they go for any 5 mans or anything. So this is what we did expect over here. The Vayne is running the lethal tempo while the Renata is running the Guardian in the bot side. So I just want to see how that matchup does go for Vortex over there against Love 2. Now that he has style his art as a support, it might change a bit of the outcome of how the bot lane goes.
Yeah, 100%. And we are going to resume the match hopefully, as the screen is sort of stuck, but I think that's just a spectator delay coming in. Let's really hope that Poppy does not need leash in this matchup at least, and not one of these lanes don't have to sack themselves, as W finds a Q onto Dead Corporal right there, is going to chunk him down for like 40-50 health. Not too much going on right there. And yeah, none of these teams like to invade, right? They just want to stay back and just be very defensive, very
Hmm.
standard, and not a lot of risk, honestly, as Rakan and Lissandra are going to go towards that red side jungle. And you can see Dead Corporal is going to come in as well. So we were talking about not taking risks and everything. It looks like we are going to fight over here. What's Dead Corporal trying to do? I'm not too sure. It is 126 on the clock, so he might start the enemy raptors right there, and Nocturne will find out pretty soon that that is going down as well. That's very interesting. These junglers might end up meeting each other very, very soon.
Yeah, and they're very close by right now. Nocturne has to complete his red before he does go towards this side. The Poppy instead is walking towards this side and is going for engage
Oh, gets
and
the smite
steals
as
away
well.
the red buff from W. This is a very, very bad start for the Nocturne right now. The Rakan is even walking up forward into that bush, which did have vision that Ward will be dying out any second over there. And now the Vayne is in a precarious situation, has to be worried about the Poppy that is coming from behind, but Poppy instead choosing, understanding that his wave is anyway being pushed in by the Zyre Rakan combo, will understand not to go in. The Ambessa getting a nice trade off against the Nar, coming out better than worse from it. In the mid lane, Lissandra has pushed in the wave against the Ahri, but has ended up taking damage. The Rakan picks up quite a significant amount of damage while trying to head back into the own bush before he tries to go for a play. The E does connect onto the Renata before anything else does. Meganar in the top side, and Bessa is still going in exchange. There's a huge minion wave that is heading her way, so she'll be picking up the minion deficit she does have in terms of CS numbers right now. And Zuko is still trying to be aggressive as much as he can against Copy.
Yeah, but it's still a disastrous start for W, who just got his first camp.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to start the blue buff right there. Will get spotted actually by Copy, so hopefully he does not run into a lot of trouble right there. Is behind 3 camps right now as a Nocturne, 4 CS to 18. That of Poppy will have to sack a lot of these scuttle crabs as well. If Dead Corporal decides to go top side of the map right now, W does not have any cams and will have to run all the way towards the bot side of the map to catch his golems. And that's a lot of time wasted for the side of W, who, as a Nocturne, you just want to get to that level 6 as soon as possible. And in the mid lane as well, you can see both of these guys are running out of mana, but the CS numbers are identical right there, as the Unseen Blade will pick up a few CS for himself. Zuko going very aggressive onto Copy, but has fallen quite behind in CS while he tries to pressure the lane. um, right there. And yeah, 18 to 23 with a huge wave coming in for the side of Copy. He will be very happy. Again, we spoke about it in Lens in the Champ Select as well. Should be very happy with the Nar that he has gotten for himself. Has shown multiple times that he is very, very comfortable on that champion and can play the weak side
Yeah,
pretty well as well. So not a lot to separate these guys so far in the match,
yeah, absolutely. Not
except for
much
the
that can
jungle right
separate
there.
them. Yeah, the jungle is the point I was trying to bring up over there. 14 CS difference. So ahead, Poppy's in camp. Stole the red, got her own two blue and red as well, and has successfully done a lot. Given that Nocturne was so much there in the top side, was camping in the bush, waiting for maybe the Nar to maybe get aggressive, but didn't get the chance to actually go for the Rakando's very aggressive before jumps back to the ADC that is the Zaya right there. Zuko is trying to freeze the wave as much as he can over at this point, but Copy is no stranger to this kind of fight. Zuko is going in over here, but nice hop away from Copy and nice W complete proc by him as well. Not much Zuko can do in this fight. Is down in CS as well, around 10 CS difference. Unseen Blade was trying to maybe make his way top side, but is getting spotted out by that pink ward. Finishes that pink ward, will be going back to his own mid lane where he is also behind in CS. But given how big a wave this is, if he does claim most of this, he will be back up. Even Stevens, nice
Oh,
flash forward by Copy, the flash match by Zuko to get out of that ultimate in just the nick of time before the W of the Mega Nard does hit that side. But this allows KAKAO Gaming to pick up the dragon over on this side, the first Cloud Drake of the map.
yeah, but the CS difference is now really big, as Copy might end up dying here if he gets spotted. Think he might just end up dying, yeah. Has to hop away for his life, but the Unseen Blade is there, as well as the kill will be picked up by W, who is going to secure these grubs as well. So some sort of comeback for him, although he is half the CS of that of Poppy right now. So he is so behind. But if you can get these grubs, I mean, he did get the first blood as well. So he is finding himself back into the game. Um, Towards the top side of the map, Ambessa having to blow her flash, but Copy is the one who ends up paying for it, as Dead Corporal is looking for a gank towards this mid side. Ari cannot R away from that. I'm not sure why he tried and goes back in and out. I'm not too sure what that was all about. He was definitely out there, but decided to go in. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade coming in, as Zuko is there to spare the Unseen Blades blushes, but that was a massive mistake.
Yeah, absolutely massive mistake coming from the side. 2-1 in the terms of kills right now. Almost dead even in goal. And the three grubs for their Drake, three grubs going OG side, Drake going KAKAO Gaming side. Now Vortex has SS has walked up pretty deadly over here, but the W from the Rakan does miss on this side. And now the Vayne will just try and CS as much as she can. She is up in CS, but Rakan caught in a very tough spot. Nice condemn against the wall, and that's WU picking up the kill. Lissandra is here as well. The flash forward right now. The bailout coming in for the Renata, just not enough. The Vayne flashes forward with the cleanse. Does not eat another turret shot. Will survive as well. That's 4-2 right now. And now the CS, now the goal around 500 goal in the lead inside of OG's favor, but just a bunch of plays coming out on that side. Nice flash forward by the Lissandra who picks up the kill, but matched by the flash forward by the Vayne. But in the top side, Copy is battling out. Will be turning Mega Nard very soon. Will be looking for the jump forward with his ultimate right about now. Does wall up forward, but the ultimate does
Oh,
not connect. Zuko dashes out of it, but does Copy have enough damage to deal with this? Does think
Zuko.
better of it. The Q misses from Copy. That might have been the death of Zuko over there, but nice play from
Nah,
Zuko to dash out
Zuko with a
of the ultimate.
huge outplay. Yeah, exactly. Huge outplay right there. Was almost certainly dead there. He did not have his ultimate or the flash up, but dashes uh, towards the Nar to avoid the Mega Nar. That was beautiful to watch as well. Gets out of trouble from an almost certain death. Um yeah, and let's just speak about the items as well, because I can see Malignance completed for the side of Savage, who can just cue these
There you go.
waves
Hold your
very
thought there before this
fast.
fight goes off over here. The Ari is not where you want. Sorry, their Rakan is not where you want him to be, and he goes down to W over there, and that's W's third kill of the game. He's putting on another MVP type performance with the 300, 200 gold bounty already on his head, and yeah, let's talk a bit about the itemizations after that nice fight over there.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, just to touch on W as well, picks up that champion first. 3-0, had the worst start possible for himself as well. Got his Raptors and red buff stolen. But he has come back into the game. Only one with shutdown bounty on him, 200 gold, 3-0 and 0. Is still behind in CS and experience, but he is making it work somehow with the champion that he has, as Meganar is going to use his ultimate. And yeah, speaking of items, Stride Breaker coming in very soon for W on that Nocturne. One item has been completed for Savage in the mid lane. I think Ari is going to pick her item up, as well as the bot side of KAKAO Gaming has moved towards the mid lane to try to and contest these void grubs that are going to spawn soon. A beautiful charm connects onto Dead Corporal, taking out half of his HP bar right there. So that was pretty good as well before the inevitable fight. As Savage looks to push in right here, but he should be fine. Has TP available as well in a few seconds. So if a fight does erupt, OGs will be looking at a 3 versus 4 or 4 versus 5. And as we can see, they are moving towards the
Yeah.
top side of the map as well. So yeah, we are going to see a team fight come in pretty soon.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be fighting for these grubs pretty much over here. Savage does have his own TP if he wants to match for this fight. Poppy with a nice bit of damage across the wall over there. But the grubs have been started up by the Nocturne, who has got all the first of the first 3 grubs, has got the 4th grub for himself. Will get that added bonus of that 1 voiling as well. But look at this, who's here? It's Copy over the wall, the Q into the W as well. Doesn't secure the kill, and now the rest of his team is scrambling. Nice
beautiful
Renata
Renata.
ultimate coming out over here, and the 1 by 1 KAKAO Gaming's members have fallen. There goes Salazar, there goes Savage, but they pick up Zuko in return for all their troubles over there. Love to is trying to get as many before he goes down. Love to goes down, but so does W at the end of it. These fights are just breaking out at the back end of this, and it's just going no way that you can think of who's coming out on top. But OG, I think, secure as much as they can because they've got the 4th grub for themselves, and I think the Dead Corporal has pushed his luck quite a bit, but Copy is here to match it as well. The Q coming back from the RE doesn't land. Nice E over from the Nar to dodge more
Oh, that is
damage,
such a
and Dead
close team
Corporal
fight.
comes in there from the slam down there. Yeah, that was a very messy team fight, and very close coming out from both sides. And a DP coming in from the Ambassador over here, very questionable given how this fight breaks out. Maybe they just want to secure more of these grubs. They will get the 5th grub for themselves, but not more than that over there.
Yeah, I think that's just a waste of teleport, right? That 4 to 5 grubs does not make a lot of difference.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
The shield will be used to deny Mega Nard, but that's not going to do too much as well. Yeah, that's just a waste of TP. But that team fight worked out really well for the side of KAKAO Gaming, as you can see. Dead Corporal 3, 1 and 2 now, 100 gold shutdown bounty on him as well. Who he's 10 cams up on the Nocturne right now, as you can see from the jungle item stacks right there, or numbers, whatever you want to call it. A beautiful gang towards the bot side of the map. Stylizard mistimed his ultimate, and W right there will pay for it with his life. That was a big mistake. Maybe Savage pulled the trigger too early. Not sure how the communication went there, but that should have been cleaner than it was. And the Unseen Blade trades 1 for 1, so he will not be too disappointed about that as well.
Yeah, and just not going any side being favored that much right now. KAKAO Gaming is up more in the goal margin, and they are trying to challenge this. Dead Corporal does get caught out, but look at this. The Nocturne is trying to go on the Lissandra, but getting pushed out by the Poppy. The Poppy is winning this exchange right now. You have the RE there to try and match it down. The Poppy is trying to run away for his life. The condemn against the wall by the Vayne might be the end of the fate of the Poppy.
Oh, one
One
more
more
hit.
hit. Nice flash there by Vortex. But here is Copy. Nice slam against the wall with his own ultimate. That's the Renata going down once his bailout does finish over here. The Dragon picked up by KAKAO Gaming side. They have got both Drakes as well and are on more of a pace to get the Dragon Soul, the Infernal Soul for themselves. There goes Unseat Blade forward right there. The R does connect as well. Lissandra ultimate does come at the back of it. The Ari has been caught out. The Ari does go down, and this is Lissandra picking up a double kill for herself. That's Savage getting a double kill, and he's 4-1-3 right now. And these are just a bunch of messy fights going on that
The
are
Unseen
much
Blade
more
just yeah, he
stories.
just missed everything right there and then just tilt ulted into the Lissandra who ulted as an answer as well. That was hilarious to watch. Really unfortunate for the side of the Unseen Blade, but funny regardless. Again, the huge team fight breaks down. KAKAO Gaming still coming out on top, get the dragon as well for themselves. A huge shutdown bounty did go towards the side of Vortex on the Vayne, so we'll keep an eye on that Vayne and her items as well, because he is getting really, really strong as the Rift Herald is started and picked up for the side of KAKAO Gaming. So they are getting the major chunk of these objectives in this game too so far. Savage again surviving, barely surviving there, but makes it work. And look at his items now. Malignance completed 2 Am Tomes, so looks like he's making towards that Shadow Flame as well. Has the Needlessly Large Rod completed as well. Um, yeah, really, really huge item spikes throughout for the side of KAKAO Gaming, as Ambessa is going to ult towards that top side of the map. First turret is secured by Copy, uses the Mega Nar and gets out of trouble very, very easily right there. Huge, huge bounty picked up for him as well. So he will have his Triforce completed pretty soon as well on the Nar, and things are looking really good for the side of KAKAO Gaming so far.
Yeah, and I think Copy's trying to match this under his own turret. Nice E away from him that dodges all the mobility that Zuko has over there. Zuko's no way that he can match him. He's trying to clear the way, but here comes the Nocturne to get the shutdown on the Nar over there. Nice ultimate from W. He was 3-0-0, but now is 4-2-2, and now Mesa has to use her own flash to avoid being close to the wall where the Poppy can stun her against it. In the meantime, in the mid lane, look at this. The Renata ultimate does save the life of his ADC, who's trying to pick up a kill before he goes down, and he won't be going down, but no, nice flash forward by Love2 over there, picking up the kill for his own team. But just a bunch of heavy exchanges going on over there. Now the Vayne has gone down. It looks like he's going for the wit's end for himself in the end of this fight. But just nice work coming out from both teams over here. And now the Dragon's coming up in 2 minutes time. You have a bunch to play for. No objective up currently right now, so you can use your macro according to how you want to set up kind of dives or anything like that. But essentially 2 turrets lost by the side of OGs is why KAKAO Gaming do have the favoritism in the terms of gold right now. The Poppy has channel, the Rift Herald in the mid lane will be getting that mid tier 1 as well. So all 3 tier 1 turrets of the side of OG have fallen already.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see Rage Blade instead of Wits End for the side of Vortex, because you're not dealing with a lot of AP threats. It's just the Lissandra who does not have the greatest AP damage coming in as well. Can't really one-shot you with the items. Actually, she can, but even then you have the cleanse for yourself. You have the Renata as well to bail you out of trouble. So Wits End seems like a sort of wasted gold. I think the Rage Blade would have been just much better. But once she does complete that item, of course, it's going to do much more than just sitting on one Negatron cloak, which was the case when they were fighting in towards that mid side of the map previously. And yeah, I mean, just speaking of the gold lead, 4,000 gold so far for KAKAO Gaming, who, as you said correctly, have picked up all 3 T1 turrets. 4, 1, and 3 for the side of Savage, who is looking to go in, finds the W, finds the R as well, burns the RE flash and ultimate. So that's a trade he will take all day of the week, as W gets caught out with a but flashes away from trouble. That's a beautiful flash coming in. and it looks like Kakao Gaming is just slowly but surely getting control of the map, especially the bot side of the map, as the third dragon is going to come in as well. And that will be the soul point, as Copy looks to go in onto Ambessa, might end up killing Zuko in this 1v1. No, Zuko gets out, but barely right there.
Yeah, I think it's because the E into the R, just Copy didn't have enough damage to finish it off, and no more mobility afterwards to do anything. W is here to try and maybe do anything about this dragon, but he knows he can't honestly do anything. Now this will be KKG getting soul point in the top side. Look at this nice ultimate from Zuko onto Copy over here. Copy will be going down at the end of the day, but it's Vortex who picks up the kill that side. And look at this, the Nocturne is caught in no man's land instead. Nice R from the Poppy, but just not enough right now. The E will be coming out from the Zaya, picks up the kill. The feathers fly. The R by the Lissandra once again on the RE without her. A flash, not much she can do. She is trying to run away to the hills and come up. Rakan is trying to protect this tier 3 turret in the top side, but will be failing to do so. And they OGs pick up the tier 3 for their troubles at the same time. Nice try by Savage with the W into the Q there to try and pick up a kill on the RE, but can't do anything. At the end of the day, OGs do pick up the tier 2, to pick up the tier 3 in the top side. But KAKAO Gaming are now on soul point for the Infernal Soul. With that extra damage, that might give them the extra edge to take the entire advantage of the map. In terms of gold, they are up around 2.3k gold right now, so they are enjoying that lead. Most of the objectives in the jungle for them: 3 drakes and 1 grub to the 5 grubs of OG. OG has the advantage of melting turrets fast, as you can see in the top side where they got the tier 2 and tier 3 where this dragon was being taken, and they're trying to use that to the advantage where they can try to go for the split push kind of effect. But Zuko did have a nice ultimate where he called out Copy, and that was the highlight of there.
Yeah,
But
and
look at this,
TP is going to
W
come in
is in
towards the
no
top
man's
side of the
land.
map as well, actually. Yeah, huge fight breaking in right here. W gets caught, is going to die. Vortex is the one who is flanking, actually gets caught, uses his cleanse. Will end up dying though, as the Lissandra follows. The bailout is not enough to save him. W somehow has ran towards the top side of the map completely, and then this is just a 1-for-1 in what looked like a disastrous fight for the side of OGs when the Vayne was flanking and W was in trouble, but he has managed to escape with his ultimate, actually. A finished off Copy towards the top side of the map, and it's again a 1-for-1, but Summoner's blown for the side of Vortex, who will be in trouble as the Renata gets caught wandering around for nothing right there. Dead Corporal using his E pastes the Renata onto the wall, and that's a very free kill. And the Baron is going to get started, and let's see if OGs can contest this. I'm not sure they can. The Vayne does not have ultimate or any of her summoners available. Zuko does not have his ultimate as well. Ari does not have her ultimate as well. So this is going to be a really, really a bad fight if they do decide to take it. As you can see, Savage is very close to getting his ultimate back, thanks to the malignance completed from his side, and Copy as well on the Nar. Really short cooldown on that.
Yeah, and Copy also does have his ultimate to come. Sorry, not ultimate. The TP to come into the fight. Here in the top side, you can see over here now in the mid lane. Nice E from the Love to, but his support ends up going down while his Vortex is just about falling down. That's not enough to run away from there right now. The fights have broken out towards the Baron side. As you can see how the setup is, the Copy has TP'd in over here. The Mesa is over here as well. But the one who's missing from this fight is the Renata with that very crucial ultimate of hers that can be the turnaround point for OGs. So if she's not here, it's going to be harder for KAKAO. Sorry, harder for OGs to do anything. Nicely, Lissandra ultimate to save herself. The Baron is picked up by Dead Corporal as well. W will be falling down shortly after a double kill by Savage over there, and that leaves OGs running for the hill. Not much you can do. Dead Corporal is trying to march forward to maybe try to catch maybe something else. Abessa, you don't want to be there right now. Renata ultimate completely whiffing every single member of KAKAO Gaming, but Abessa does manage to make it her way towards safety. Poppy does stun the Renata against the wall. Nice W from the Rakan. That is Vortex SS going down. Even the Vayne is pretty low, and she will be following suit. A double kill over towards DC Dead Corporal, and this is KAKAO Gaming taking the firm lead in this matchup.
Yeah, 100%. Baron picked up. The team fight has gone their way as well. 2 kills for nothing. Savage 7-1-4 on the Lissandra. In the mid lane, we do see a fight, but it's on to Rakan that the Nocturne has decided to ult on, and I don't think that's the target you should be aiming for. As third item Zonia's is picked up for the side of Savage, who has been pretty strong in this matchup so far. Just look at the difference in items. Let's look at the difference in gold as well and see how far apart are these two mid laners. And it has been a story of mid lane so far in both the matches, right? Last game, the Unseen Blade getting the better of Savage in the Cassiopeia versus Victor matchup, and now you can see Ari, which was picked after the Lissandra as a counter pick, actually not doing so well uh, in this specific matchup. And yeah, we should be looking at game 3 as we had predicted after draft had gone on for the side of KAKAO Gaming, as we do have another fight coming in. The Soul is coming up for the side of KAKAO Gaming as well. Flash burned out from the Renata, who might still end up dying. There you go, she does. W is going to get caught by Savage, uses his ultimate, might have the damage to finish him. Let's see if he does.
But where is Zuko going over here? I don't think there's many
I think
places you
Zuko.
can run at the back of this. Zuko, you're going towards the Grey King, buddy, at the end of this. At the end of the day. Dead Corporal's going to chase you to the end of the earth. And the ultimate is being channeled forward right now by the Nocturne. But who do you end up killing? You try to get the Lissandra, but Lissandra kills you instead. Picks up the double for her. She does go golden, but I think Vortex is looking to pick it up after the golden stage does end. The stasis does end. KAKAO instead, after the Lissandra pulls so many members towards herself, will be picking up the Soul Infernal Drake, and now they have just so much damage on their side. It's just looking inevitable for the side of KAKAO. Not much can be said right now, and KAKAO Gaming are here for blood. They're here for revenge for game 1, and they're here to take us to game 3. The way they're marching forward in this base, they're asserting their dominance right now, and this Vayne pick, while was good in some team fights, has not come out the way they wanted to. The RE counter pick did not live up to the height that it was desired for, and just not much left in this fight. Dead Corporals, Poppy, the Lissandra from Savage, the copies Gnar, is just too much in these fights, especially with the Zaya combo with the Rakan as well in the bot side. Nice wallop forward from the Gnar. The E forward, he might be getting caught out over here, will be falling down for his over aggressiveness, but will be trying to let his team go for a kind of thing. Abessa does all forward, but goes down instantly in that fight. The Nocturne is trying to fight for his life. So is the Vayne. One by one, the OG's members do fall. Lissandra also goes down, but there's just so much CC on the side of KAKAO Gaming. There's nothing much left to be said. At the end of the day, it's a 3 for 5 in the favor of KAKAO Gaming, and they are marching their ways into the home base of OGs to take us to game 3 over here, Kaka.
Yeah, that should be a very easy game 3 for the side of KAKAO Gaming as well. This was again a stomp, although it was pretty close in terms of kills, but just how the draft went as well. KAKAO Gaming getting whatever they wanted, and OGs, I think they just made it really hard for themselves with the sort of champions that they picked in the Vayne, in the Renata, and the Ambessa specifically. So that was really hard to play out as well. You don't want to do that. And congratulations to KAKAO Gaming, who will secure this victory in game 2. On top of the substitution that they made as well, working out for them, and Savage doing really well on that Lissandra in the mid lane. So we have a series in our hands, and we are going to go down to one best of one to decide who is going to face Asterisk tomorrow in the grand finals, and that will be very interesting. Now both of these teams just one game away from elimination, so it's going to be really high stakes now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that Lissandra just coming off deadly, plus that Poppy from Dead Corporal. We do love to see him on this champion. Copy getting his favorite pick of the Gnar in the top side was pretty dominant. Had some pretty good exchanges with Ambessa. Ambessa just not paying off for the worth that they thought that would be, because given that they knew that Copy already had that Gnar locked up for himself, they chose the Ambessa knowing that, so it just not what you want it to be. Especially that Ari also in the mid lane against the Lissandra just not paying dividends the way they thought it would be. The Nocturne did have a pretty good early start, but just did not pan out. Otherwise, afterwards, he was just getting chain CC'd after chain CC'd given the composition that, KAKAO Gaming had, and they just took it all the way in their favor. That being said, guys, let's look a bit at the crucial moments from this game over here, and there's a lot to dig in over here.
Yeah, I again, OG started off really well, getting first blood onto Copy W. Getting that first blood, much needed for him as well. Gets the second, third kill as well. There you go. Was 3-0 at one point. So the early game was really good for the side of OGs. But towards that mid game, right, Savage, especially with his ultimate just being everywhere. And this fight around the grubs, I think this was the point where the game did turn towards the side of KAKAO Gaming. The momentum went to KAKAO Gaming. I mean, look at that Renata ultimate. How have they not just wiped off KAKAO Gaming from the Rift was beyond me. And well, really well played from the side of Love 2 as well in this team fight. As you can see, flashes up towards the top side of the map, finishes off the Renata. Copy getting the kill onto the Vayne as well. And then Unseen Blade had a horror second game so far. Missed a lot of skill shots. I'm sure he will be looking at that and thinking like he could have done much better as well. But once KAKAO Gaming got the lead and the momentum, I think that it was going to be a really tough game for the side of OGs.
Yeah, and this Vayne just couldn't be a factor after about a couple of the first team fights. Just couldn't get to the point where she be deadly in the fight, and especially with the run, with the amount of CC that KAKAO Gaming had, just a bunch of the Vayne has to dodge, and it's just not enough with her Qs. Even in the ultimate form where she goes invisible, just not enough. The Ambassador lost a lot. Just here, this fight with Lissandra kills the Ari and the Nocturne after Nocturne. It just shows you how far ahead the mid laner of KAKAO Gaming is at this point. This fight right here is, I think, one of the biggest turning points. Nocturne tries to go in. The Vayne is just gonna get chain CC'd on chain CC'd after the Q from the Poppy into the R from the Poppy. Yeah, just the last two members of KAKAO can just run it in. Just a lot to be said and a lot to be desired from OG's side. And now KAKAO have leveled it up at 1:1 on the scoreboard, and we're heading into that game 3 over here.
Yeah, and just looking at the scoreboard as well, 26 minutes, 34 seconds the game time. Very close in terms of kills, 28-18, but the goal lead at 26 minutes was 11,000. All 4 Drakes again picked up from the side of KAKAO Gaming, so they got the Infernal Soul to play with. 1 Baron buff is all they needed to kill the game essentially. 1 Rift Herald, Void Grubs. It seems like whoever gets these 5 Void Grubs, seems to lose the match, so that's something we will keep our eye on as we go forward and see who the crucial MVP for this game 2 was. And I don't think there should be much debate about this. It was this man on the Lissandra, 8.5 CS, 12, 3 and 6, 927 damage per minute with almost 14k gold all for himself. Did outplay a lot of situations, was really clutch in using his flash ultimate as well. Pretty well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. He did have a lot of clutch moments. Even that 1v2 in the bot side where he drags so many members towards him, lets his team get the Infernal Soul as well. He just created a lot of havoc across the map, and this is one of the reasons people have been banning this champion against him, right? And you've left a lot of champions, especially after the way that game 1 and game 1 did go down. It left KAKAO knowing that they have to pull out all the stops over here. They have to show them what they want, because this is the last chance they do have. And after this, I think some of the bans of OGs are going to change a bit over here, and maybe they don't leave the third, the ban of the NAR towards the second phase of banning, because even Copy provided a lot of support with his ultimate, and it was a lot that OGs has to desire. But with that being said, guys, we will be taking a short break before we head into game 3 in the lower bracket final between KAKAO Gaming and Old Gods.
Normally your words get humble. That spirit never refused to crumble. Got the roaring line, reduce the mumbles. 2 him on first. Imitate vultures how they lurk. Take toes with it, I'm out of eye with you, boy. Challenge the best with your worst. This is my turf. Way I move is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spend my wins, they might search you. On my word, path took plenty turns. It wrote my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolving my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation couldn't win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, eat far from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart you didn't know you had. It's like that, flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving it gas. I lock it in all free, adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown, I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get, I got 10 toes down, don't forget, I survived. I survived. When you on the brink, and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you won't take a knee, never. You won't keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever. I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had uncertainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regret taunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it cost me. All my life been me and kiss on me. I'ma push the red button on them like Atari. I'm big dog with a human like a Maltese. See more fall off the 03 tall tees. Not sorry for the way I am. Learn to ball them up with no one holding your hand. Never back down, never hide in the sand. If you ain't hear the message, let me say it again. Yo, let me say it again. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived.
Barely breathing, don't let go. Hear the whispers, listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
Yeah, I was undercover, wrote me off like the others, but I had secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment. No, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, got you this time, got you this time. You can't hide. Pay for your crimes, baby, that's right. Got you this time, you can't hide. Pay for your crimes, baby, that's right. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight.
Right, guys, welcome back to Crucial by Micron presents Shreeman Legend Community Clash. 1-1 between KAKAO Gaming and Old Gods right here in the lower bracket finals. Whoever wins faces Asterisk in the grand finals tomorrow at 5 p.m. And what a series we have had so far. Two really one-sided games coming in for both sides. Old Gods looking really solid in game one. KAKAO Gaming coming back in that game two with a beautiful draft for themselves. So, well, I didn't ask for your predictions, but I would be hoping that you had said KAKAO Gaming, because I would have definitely predicted them to get the better of Old Gods as well. But I have been very impressed with Old Gods so far. They look like a serious team. And they could do some damage if they find themselves in the grand finals. Having said that, let's jump straight into the champs select. The Kled and Amumu has been the pattern so far, madness, but the Lissandra will get banned against Savage right now.
Yeah, and I think that's a very valid ban given how Savage played last match. He was a very big threat that required 2 or 3 members to match him if he went in the side lanes. So yeah, very valid on how Old Gods have banned this out. But this does leave open a bunch of avenues for KAKAO Gaming to take advantage of this. Now the Cassiopeia ban has come in as well. We've seen that the Unseen Blade was pretty good on this in game 1, so that is also valid as well. Now, maybe we would like to see maybe a Nocturne ban, given that whichever team has had the Nocturne has had somewhat bit of advantage in the earlier stages of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
game.
spoiler, both the time it has been W piloting that Nocturne, so I don't think that's going to get banned as the Lulu is left open for one of these teams to pick up. Let's see who that is going to be. It's again a very high priority pick for our teams from the SA region as well. So this ban will be very influential on how this draft is going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with how KAKAO wants to think of it, given that Old Gods do have the first pick, they do choose to ban out that Nocturne, so W won't have that on his hands, won't have that early aggression that he does like on this type of a champion. But now Old Gods do have the Lulu pick open for them, but maybe not one of the first kind of picks that they do opt for. It depends on how they want to run this over. The Nar has been left open as well for Copy, so Copy might want to try and run that back for him, and Old Gods will be locking in the Wukong for themselves. A bit of a flex pick, can be top, can be jungle, but most likely jungle in this scenario of how
Yeah.
W wants to play it. And now it's up to what KAKAO want to answer that back with.
Yeah, and it's a sort of first pick that you don't really see too often coming in first when you do have so many priority pickups. Like the Jinx Open, like the Ash Open, like the Lulu Open as well, and the Zaya Rakan should. I think that's going to be the same bot lane coming in for the side of KAKAO Gaming. Felt really comfortable. Stylus Art did have a good game on Rakan, not the best because he did die a lot, but that's going to be third game running for Love 2 on the Zaya, who he has looked really solid on this pick so far, and this should be a Rakan pickup. Never mind, it's going to be the Volley Bear coming in. That could be in the jungle as well. So, the really surprising pickups coming in the jungle role for both these guys.
Yeah, and a nice pickup, I think. Maybe given that you can flex it, but maybe I would have liked to see the Rakan. Honestly, lock that in. But the reason that they can't pick the Rakan is because Rakan has been banned by Old Gods on the third pick of
Yeah.
themselves. And now Old Gods will be picking up the Gnar instead. And that leaves a less avenues if that Volibear was going in the jungle role. Not the best of junglers currently right now, but it depends on how you honestly build the itemizations on him and how you want to see it. Now it looks like the Ash will be picked up for Vortex. He did have a rough game yesterday against the Irelia of Hammy, but that's just Hammy doing Hammy things in that bot side role of himself. So now he has the Ash against more of a traditional ADC in the side of the Zaya. Now it looks up to what KAKAO picks up as the support for them, and it looks like it's the Karma right now as it has been picked up. Karma can be maybe sometimes flexed as the mid role, but it's very unlikely, and it's probably the Karma as the support. Now the second phase of banning has begun, and that's where KAKAO are banning out the Lulu that was left open in phase 1, and it's come at a very maybe crucial time given how Ash is a bit of a hyper carry and you can use a nice Lulu behind it. Now it's determined left to see what Old Gods ban out over here.
Yeah, I think more mid bans would not be too bad, but they don't want to play against the Poppy. From last game, I think last ban coming in for Old Gods will be the Oriana yet again. It seems like they really don't want to play against that champion coming out from Savage. The Lulu ban is pretty good. Should be followed up with another support ban. There you go. The Renata is going to see the red screen. She won't be active on the Rift for this one as well. So really smart bans coming in from the side of KAKAO Gaming, denying a lot from Old Gods, but again they do have a really solid foundation in the Ash and in the Nar, followed with the Wukong engage as well. So you can see a lot of engage, a lot of CC coming out from all three champions from the side of Old Gods. And for KAKAO Gaming, I think I like Karma quite a lot, especially in the laning phase. You can poke down the enemy champions a lot, and that is going to be really fun to watch as well. I don't think Yasuo is going to get logged in, but actually it's a good matchup into the Nar, so hold that thought as well.
Yeah, but holding the thought, it's the Camille that gets locked in over there. So I think we're gonna see a bit of that volley jungle, and that does put some importance onto that Malphite ban that Old Gods had come up with, because they didn't want to face against that Malphite with his crucial ultimates that he does put in. We have seen a bit of a good play from it, and it looks like a bit of a rise being hovered. Given that we did see a rise yesterday, and yes, again we'll see it once again over here, and that's a throwback to yesterday's games that have been going on. The rise has been locked in over here for the Unseen Blade, and he's going to be playing the old man, the blue man in the mid laner. We're going to be channeling his inner faker. It's yet to be seen what their last pick will be. KAKAO Gaming have left open the slot for their own counter, given how they want to play it out. And now it seems the Blitzcrank has been locked in for Old Gods over here. That's a bit of a spicy pick right there, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. That's a very, very spicy pick coming in for the side of Vortex Double S. I think we should call him right now. The Rise as well is quite spicy as well. So sort of picks that we don't see too often, as the Irelia is going to come in for Savage. They are lacking, the AP damage in their comp, so they won't want to take this game to the late game. But the team fight looks really, really strong for the side of KAKAO Gaming, and a lot of pick potential for the side of Old God. So it's going to be one of those really old battles of pick versus full engage, and this is going to be very interesting to watch, especially when the Irelia is on the Rift. It's always fun to watch that champion come in. And the drafts have been logged in for this final game of the lower bracket final, and whoever wins again goes to the grand finals tomorrow. So really high stakes in this one, and what a delight for us to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be exciting to watch, especially with this Blitzcrank support. If he does land some very crucial hooks, it can change how much of this outcome it does land. And if he gets the Zaya or the Karma with his bullet, it can change some of these team fights. Now we get to see Zuko again on the Nar. He did have an MVP performance yesterday. Now he's against Copy's Camille in the top lane. He does have the range advantage, but Camille can shorten that range with her own E that can be matched by the RE. So it's all about a bit of a skill matchup for depending how it goes with that Wukong jungle coming in as the first pick that Old Gods did take this time. Now I want to see Savage on this Irelia. Irelia has been a good performance in these tournaments so far, but that's mostly in the hands of Hammy. But now we get to see also Dead Corporal on that Volibear role. He's going to be a lot of tank, but as Kaka very rightly pointed out, we are lacking a lot of AP on the side of KAKAO Gaming, and they honestly can't take it too further into the matchup, because then most of the tanks on Old Gods just build a lot of armor and you can barely touch them at that point.
Yeah, 100%. And champions like Rise love making armor for themselves, right? Frozen Heart is always a good item on Rise. I mean, his passive scales with mana as well. So sort of an uphill battle coming off. Just looking at the drafts, but anything can happen. But as we've both rightly pointed out, the magic damage seems to be pretty low for the side of KAKAO Gaming. So they will have to rely on snowballing this game out of control and try to close it out by the same margin that they had the previous game, like 26-27 a minute. Anything sub 30 minute would be pretty good for them, because if this goes to the late game, Rise will outscale a lot of champions coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming, as will the Nar and Ash as well. So this is going to be pretty uphill battle for the side of KAKAO Gaming, and it all comes down to the draft. The Orianna was open as well, surprisingly, for the side of Savage, so I think that would have been the better pick up, but he feels very confident on the Irelia, wants the matchup for himself, wants to school the Unseen Blade, it seems like, in the mid lane. So why not? You can pick that up, and if he can make it work, that would be really fantastic.
Yeah, and it just depends on how this matchup does go on. Honestly, gonna be, as we say a lot of times, the first 10 minutes are gonna be crucial for this matchup. But the bot side, style is art, and love to, if they avoid the hooks, they have a lot of poke on their side that can hurt the bot lane of old gods over there. So I just want to see
Yeah.
what they come up with in their own respective for that. If we do see any lane swaps early on, that will also be nice to watch. But yeah, it's hoping for the best in that kind of scenario. But honestly, we do see a lot of focus in the top lanes in these matchups, given how the junglers do like to gank a lot on that side. So I want to see who gets priority first, and which ways the junglers are pathing will also lead to how the top laners do play out their own lane. Will they freeze? Will they hold it off? Because Zuko now gets to play the Nar that Copy was playing last game, and now he's gonna have a bit of a role reversal that way. And I want to see how good Copy's Camille is as well, because we know his Nar is very excellent, but I want to see how he does on this champion itself, and how his his E's do land, or how he goes for his own engages. Because as we pointed out, Kakao have a lot of engage on their side, and if they do manage to single out targets, it's going to be detrimental for the side of Olgans.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I have no doubt Copy plays a really good Camille as well. He is one of the better top laners left in the tournament as well. So I think that's going to be fun to watch. Small champ pool, but he makes it work. So I think that's fine. Zuko, on the other hand, has a massive champ pool. He does well on every single champion that he plays. So that's a really great matchup to watch as well. But all in all, like, it will come down to Dead Corporal on the Volibear and what sort of plays that he decides to make to snowball his team out of control. And that's exactly what they should be looking to do as well. Get the Irelia ahead, put her in the side lane, keep pressuring the Rise. The Nar as well, 1v1 Irelia does well into when you have a couple of items completed. So I think that should be the game plan. Just put all your eggs on the Savage basket, and it seems to work as well on the Lissandra. He was doing fantastic, did get the MVP as well. So all eyes on him for this one. As we say that, we are going to jump into the final game of the evening between OGs and KKG for a spot in the grand finals. And here we go. 5 stacks
Yeah,
coming in. So that's a bit of a change. They are expecting the Blitzcrank invade, but the Blitzcrank has gone towards the top side of the map.
yeah, and finally we get to see some of these teams take the 5v5, and both of them had the same idea of doing the level 1 5-man group, but just on the opposite sides of the map. They were the KKG side, Kakao Gaming side, are just looking for maybe a bit of early aggression from OGs, but OGs are doing the opposite side of the map instead. So the right idea, the wrong place at the wrong time, essentially, in this sense. They will be putting down the wards, will be heading over to their own lanes, will be making it in time for the minion runs, and you can see both teams scattering to their normal default way of playing. We have the grasp on both sides of the top laners in Zuko's hand and in Copy's hand. Dead Corporal will be running the Prestive the attack with the Ghost on his Volibear, and will be starting his Wraiths as well instead of his red buff. So he will be looking to pick up that, while the Wukong will be starting his own blue buff. So both junglers actually starting the top quadrants of the map, and will be passing towards the bot side where they think most of the pressure will be, because the Camille and you call the Nar fight in the top side will also be interesting to spectate, because Nar has the early advantage before Camille can do much. Camille has started her W, will be trying for much. Savage is trying to get as much poke as he can with his Qs, but the Unseen Blade will be getting the better of that exchange. Over here, you can see the Karma trying to poke as much as she can from the bush, gives up her position over there, and just all in all, a pretty standard start to the matchup over here.
Yeah, so far a very standard start, as we do see some sort of trade coming out in the mid lane. I do think that Corporal might decide to go towards that top side of the map very early on, just based on his pathing. Did start the Raptors all the way till Golems, and you can see he is looking for some sort of gang coming in, but the wave is huge for the side of Copy. So let's see if they do make it work. I mean, Volibear is waiting Dead Corporal quite a lot there, but yeah, there you go. Zuko jumps off, might have to burn his flash as well to get out of this situation. If he does not, he might end up dying. Okay, he's going to decide against it as
There.
yeah, that's a beautiful hook coming in, but instant exhaust onto the side of Vortex. So Karma does not take a lot of damage right there. And yeah, it's a very early gank coming in. Looking towards that mid side as well. Unseen Blade has to burn his flash to get out. And that's exactly what we talked about. This Volibear will have to be so gank heavy and just be on their faces all the time as Zuko TPs and loses a significant chunk of his HP bar uh, right as he came down.
Yeah, and over here in the bot side, you can see the Wukong pick up the scuttle for himself. The volley asserting his dominance pretty early on over there. Will smite it just before the Blitzcrank hook came here and maybe deterred some of the timing of the volley, but volley with the nice pathing starting from his raids did take the top side, did go for the Nar. They waited for him to turn Mega Nar so he doesn't have the double jump from his E. So very smart play coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming. They do secure that kill. Nar has to burn his own TP to come back to lane, does lose a bunch of HP as also when he comes back. In the mid lane, you see Unseen Blade will be TPing to match the TP that Savage does go off on the hook from the Blitzcrank, narrowly missing there on his target, and he will also go down beyond 50 HP, 50% of his HP bar. At the same time, the CS is looking pretty much even there in the bot side. They are trying to freeze the Rave as much as possible. The volley is close by, but the Wukong is there to shadow as well, and he will be trying to go as further much as he can. The Irelia has gone there to get some more vision on the top side, will be coming back mid, has the recovery board in her favor, but no Vampire Scepter, so can't heal up during her exchanges. In the top side, Nar has now fallen behind on CC. He did back once again after his TP, picked up the boot so he can come back to lane as fast as possible and still match up with his HP bar. He is behind a level also to the Camille, and that's just a bit of a sad start for him. He might should have maybe anticipated the gang that was coming in from Dead Corporal and maybe had left a ward there in the tribals that he has now currently left, but it just maybe a bit too late for his side. Zuko is falling behind, but he can also catch up given the range that he does have. You don't want copies Camille to get too strong because you can't match it up that much well in lane afterwards, especially if he does land her E after you use her E. It's just too much that can be said over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we say that, we are going to jump into the game very shortly as well. As you can see, it has been resumed on the screen. Um yeah, just speaking about the matchups, very even all around right now. Savage with 5 CS advantage for himself, not too much right now as well. Copy again 6 CS up, but Zuko is going to catch the wave pretty soon as well. As we start the game, Stylus Art has taken a lot of damage and gets hooked, looks like purposely, but is going to end up dying as W is there with the flash and E finishes off the kill. Onto the Karma, will flash in onto Dead Corporal as well. The Blitz crank with the flash E knocks up the Volley Bear, and that's going to be another kill for the side of OG. So Stylus Art, I think he was way too aggressive over there, trying to bait out the hook and getting caught. Uh, that did not work out for them at all.
Yeah, I think they just didn't anticipate the Wukong would be shadowing around here because W had a pretty good idea of where Dead Corporal might be looking for a gank, and they just get caught
Ah,
out over there. And OGs pick up two nice kills for themselves. One goes over to Vortex, so that's good money in his own pocket. Now we do have another pause, sadly. We have resumed just right away. In the mid lane, you can see that Savage is trying to stack up his Qs as much as he can to get the Rise back off his shoulder. Rise does have the boots for the mobility, the tier 1 boots, but just not much. Just a bit of lack of macro from the side of Cookout, not knowing that W would be on the bot side, just gets punished over there. Nice flash E by the Blitz as well to knock up his target. And all in all, OG's off to a better start than they did have last game, and even then it's still pretty much even Stevens in goal, just around 100 goal lead for OGs.
yeah, I think all three games, OGs, they have done really well in the early games, specifically, starting off really well. It's just the lane matchups where they get countered, but was not the case in game one, especially when both the solo lanes did get solo kills. Uh, Over to the opposite side as Copy looks for some sort of engage. Savage has hit level 6 now, so this Rise will have to play very, very passive, just picking up whatever he can, because if he decides to step up, that is going to be almost a certain death for him, as we see a lot of members towards that mid side of the map for Kakao Gaming, as well as OGs, as the grubs have come up. Looks like it's going to be a trade. Meanwhile, Copy going all in towards Zuko as he hits level 6 first. But the Wukong is here. Copy does not have flash, might have his E come up pretty soon, but the blitz.
Oh,
Oh, the mid hook. Zuko gets hit mid hook. Oh, that was very, very unfortunate, but a one for one nonetheless for Copy, who made really, uh, I mean, he did really well in a very sticky situation. And Stylus Art is here. He's still level 4, is going to find the route onto the Ash, who has to burn her flash to get out. As Savage is caught sleeping, but I don't think he has enough mana to finish off the kill. Uh, ha- I think that's very word for the rise right there.
absolutely. He was anyway getting pressured off. Savage is pretty low on mana. The Blitz does die, but Unseen Blade picks up the kill and will be able to, push in this wave. And Savage doesn't have TP to match it up. But talking about Copy, just very well played by the man in the top side. If just that nice mid hook, kill onto the Nar. Zuko a bit just for worse for way over there. But talking about objectives. OGs do pick up the 3 grubs, while Kakao Gaming instead pick up the Chemtech Drake for themselves. So that's how they are exchanging the jungle objectives right now. Pretty even in CS, except for the top lane side, which is around a 20 CS lead for the Camille right now. But it's a huge wave that's about to crash underneath the turret right now. And if Zuko does this pretty well, he will narrow that gap between them. In the bot side, also a 10 CS lead right now for the Zai, especially with the wave pushing in on her. That's nice. You have to keep it at this position given that the Blitzcrank does have hooks and you can't walk up that much. Now with the miss hook, you can see the Stylizar is now much more courageous and will walk forward, hit that Q. But in the meantime, in the mid lane, Savage is going savage right now. Nice trade there onto the mid laner. Mega Nar in the top side. Nice W forward. But look at this. Is a 3v2 fight over here. Stylizard is going to be the worst for Warrior. Well, you get a 3v3 actually because the Volibear is here as well. And the Volibear has to ultimate to safety right there. And Stylizard is once again the sacrificial lamb for nothing. You can see the Savage is walking over here. The sun does connect right there, but Savage instantly has to go out of it right there.
Yeah, again, W right there whenever the fight is breaking. So he is being very influential on this map. As Copy looks for another trade onto this level 6 Zuko. I mean, that trade was not fair from the side of Copy. Takes out around 60% of Zuko's HP bar. Is 20 CS up ahead. Is getting the dream laning phase for himself, but the bot side and the jungle is where the difference is at right now. 2-0 and 1 for Vortex on this Ash, 2-0 and 2 for W. Keep an eye on these guys, as this Blitzcrank has been everywhere. It seems like the lanes will get swapped as the grubs are going to come in pretty soon. Stylizard finds his mantra powered Q onto Vortex. There's a huge level gap right there as well, actually. One whole level for the side of Stylizard. Yeah, let's see what happens now, because the grubs are going to come up and we should see a team fight coming in very, very soon.
Yeah, and because of that team fight, you can see that the Unseen Blade has switched lanes, is going on the bot side of the map. So is Savage trying to match that. They do have the TPs up for the fight, so it's just going to be up to who can actually try to grab. So we have OGs already have 3, they only need 1 to secure that void link, but 6 is always a welcome present. You can see the Karma is trying to follow up with Copy there on the top side, and Zuko's trying to keep the wave as managed as much as he can, so it's not pushing too far. He has turned Mega Nar, but now the wave is on the verge of pushing right now. He's going to try and push it as much as he can. Vortex SS has walked up as much as he can over here, and Stylus Art is trying to fall back after trying to clear the wards there. So the fights will be trying to break out given these grubs will be coming up just about any second right now. Vortex is trying to exchange with Love 2 in the mid lane. Love 2 still has the CS advantage to himself, while Vortex has the kill advantage to himself. The stun just narrowly missing from Savage over there. Savage will be losing out in that trade after that. The top side now, Copy has been surrounded by the members of OGs. The TP is coming in. The hook misses from the Blitzcrank, and there goes down Zuko. There goes down Copy, and there goes down the Aurelia who just TP'd in for this fight. And now the members advantage to OG's side, and they can maybe try to look to pick up all 6 grubs for themselves. Stylus art is pretty low, will be going down to the slows of the Ash. Unseen Blade
Oh,
on the other side
beautiful
of the
hook.
map. Love 2 has been hooked in right now, and there's nowhere you can go. Nice hook from the
That's an
Blitzcrank,
ace.
and that will be an ace for the side of OGs. All 5 members of KAKAO did go down in that fight, and now nice TP coming in from the Nar and the bot side, and OGs will be picking up all 6 scrubs as well.
Yeah, let's just get a replay of that fight as well. I think Copy made a mistake, just a bit overzealous trying to trade on to Zuko, who buys enough time for the rest of his team to rotate towards the top side of the map. Savage, using his TP and ultimate to no use at all, as he ends up dying quite instantly as he TP'd. And there you go, just I mean, right place, right time every time for W. It seems like the hook did miss, but it didn't matter. Zuko went down, but got the flash out of Copy as Vortex. Sorry, W was able to finish that kill, and you can see the poor Irelia can't really do much in this sort of team fight where she is not the one flanking. And yeah, after that it's just very one-sided. The Ash gets the kill onto the Karma. This beautiful hook lands onto Zaya, pulls her into 4 enemy champions. So that was another kill for the side of Rise, who got a double kill for himself as well. And now look at the score: 305, 302, and 404 for W, the Unseen Blade, and Vortex RH respectively. And these three guys are doing a lot of work in these team fights. 6 grubs picked up for the first time as well for either of these sides. So this is going to be a really painful for the side of KAKAO Gaming if they want to contest any of the objectives that are going to come up. And you can see the plated steel caps completed uh, on Zook, on the Nar, on the Rise, on the Wukong as well. So they are itemizing pretty perfectly as well. And if this goes to, again, as we spoke about, 30 minutes plus, OGs will be really heavily favored.
Yeah, and it's just because KAKAO Gaming does have only AD right now, not much. Nice hook does land onto the Karma over there, but not much can come over. It didn't have any backup essentially over there right then. You can see Savage is here with his Qs, is trying to hit on to Zuko, does get a very good trade in essentially on the top side of the map. Nice arrow, enchanted arrow does land right there onto the Camille. The Camille is trying to run for her life. Another miss hook from the Blitzcrank. He has been hit and miss with these hooks essentially right now. Nice Rise ultimate as well at the back of it. And now they're trying to catch as many members as they can. The Volibear does jump forward after the Karma does go down. The Rise ends up going down as well. The spin to win. Wukong is here as well. The Ash takes down the Camille. The Volibear is just up for a second's more time. Nice forward E by W over there. And they'll even be picking up the top tier 1 turret for all their troubles. An excellent fight coming entirely in favor of OGs over there.
Yeah, 100%. Big shutdown going over to Dead Corporal, but at what cost, right? That was a 3-for-1 towards the side of OGs, and yet again W finding himself in a great position behind the turret of KAKAO Gaming, comes in, swoops in, gets the kill, knocks up everyone as well. So again, really good flank angle coming in from his side, and the goal lead keeps on increasing. It's almost 2000 now for the side of OGs, who are doing really well in this game so far. And again, they will be very happy with the map state right now. As you can see, 6-0 and 5 for Vortex on the Ash, going to complete his second item. It looks like rapid fire cannon that he's looking towards. So there are huge items coming in for him, as well as the Wukong, who has completed his Trinity Force as well in the jungle, along with the Tiamat and plated steel cap. So any sort of team fight that comes in, OGs should be really heavily favored. And they are looking towards
Oh
this
no,
Camille yet
copy.
again, who does not have a tower to fall back on. The flash hook will connect from the side of the Blitzcrank, and that's another kill for the collection of this Ash. 7 kills for her out of the 14 in this game so far for his team.
Yeah, it was a nice sidestep by Copy to dodge the internal arrow, but nothing you can do to dodge the hook after that sidestep. That leads OGs to get that kill, then get the Rift Herald for themselves. You can see that Zuko has team in the bot side. This turret will be going down. They're trying to take this turret as fast as possible. That leaves Zuko open to maybe a kill potential for the side of Kakao Gaming. He's left in a bit of no man's land. He's trying to run as much as he can, but there's a Zaya right there across. Where are you going, Zuko? That's not your side of the map, and you go down. But you bought so much time for your team. They get the tier 1 in the mid lane. They're gonna get the tier 2 as well after this rift crashes. A nice
Another
hook
hook.
by the Blitzcrank and
Oh my
lands on
god.
the Camille. The Camille goes down in that fight. And look at this. The Blitz might have to sacrifice his life for this. And but look in the mid over here, the Ash goes down, but so does the Aurelia at the end of the day. The Wukong doesn't have much outplay potential over here, especially after he's getting rooted and exhausted like that. The Unseen Blade is trying to run for his life, will be getting out of it, but nice macro coming in from OGs, and especially Zuko just buying so much time for his team to take the mid tier 1 and the mid tier 2.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was a very funny team fight as well because the Blitzcrank went back to get the Rise ultimate, but unfortunately ended up dying as the Unseen Blade is caught once again. Is going to go down to Copy, and that should be an easy dragon picked up for the side of Kakao Gaming, who have gotten themselves back into the game. So a series of mistakes coming out from the side of OGs, and they are paying for it, and how the objective is going to go down. A lot of shutdown bounties have just gone over to
Wait,
the side of Kakao Gaming as well.
wait. The dragon was stolen. The dragon
By
was stolen by
Zuko.
the Nar.
By-
By his Q. By his reverse Q essentially over there. Nice steal coming out from him over there. And I think Kakao Gaming will be kicking themselves in the back for that over that play that did come out. Zuko will be patting himself on the back at the end of the day. Nice reverse Q coming, boomerang coming out from the Nar. A nice enchanted arrow lands yet once again on the top side, this time on Savage. Savage will try to get the turret, won't even manage that, will be going down for his troubles, and OG's somehow recovering from the dangerous situation that they had placed themselves in.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great comeback, especially. I am not too sure why Dead Corporal did not use his might onto the dragon right there, as Zuko was able to steal it, but the Unseen Blade again in trouble. I mean, what can you do? What can you do against the volleyball? Let's look at that steal actually yet again, because that was really unfortunate slash really well played by the Nar. You can see he uses his Q there first and then uses his reverse Q to get that dragon, and the dead corporal did not have his smite up actually, so that was pretty unfortunate. And there you go, 200 HP. The Nar steals the dragon. You never want to see that as a jungler. And while that was happening in the picture we did get yet another bloodbath. Camille and Volibear ended up dying, trading for W and Zuko. So a lot of action in this game 3, and look at the gold. There's only a 200 gold difference. Kakao Gaming are in the lead right now, but um, again, if this game keeps on going the way it is, that is being even, OGs are favored and they will be very happy with the game state even now, as they are. I mean, look at the armor that's coming out. The Frozen Heart will be completed for the side of Unseen Blade pretty soon. Thorn Mail is going to come in for Zuko as well. So if they can just relax and keep stacking these armor items, they will be very happy with the state of the game.
Yeah, and just a bit of a misplay from Kakao Gaming side of why they didn't smite over there. Now OGs have a comfortable lead right now, not that much in the terms of gold margins, given it's a 100 gold difference, but that Mountains Drake steal did give them some breathing room, given that Kakao Gaming can't hit the Mountain Soul as fast as they wanted to. Right now, Dead Corporal with a bit of a misplay on his side, but now Baron is up, and now that's all that's to be played for right now. You can see both the top laners, Copy and Zuko, heading to the bot side of the map, but Copy doesn't have TP currently, and if OGs have been keeping in, the timings of the summoner spells in mind. They might know this and maybe have made a play for that, but instead, no, they are playing it a bit slower in the margins. KAKAO Gaming are be walking towards the Baron
They
right
are
now, and
going to
they're starting
start
it
this
for
Baron
themselves.
off.
And KAKAO Gaming are going to try to take this all for themselves. Copy's TP is about to come up, has come up as well. And so they're trying to maybe bait a fight towards this side of the map. They have left it off after Vision was spotted by the side of OGs. Blitzcrank is walking maybe towards certain death right now, but just in time activates his W to walk away. The Wukong goes in, clones out, runs away as well, and now Ping's coming into the middle side of the map. Let's see how KAKAO Gaming tries to answer what OGs have been brought up to the table, but hold that thought. In the top side, I don't think you win this unseen plate, but nice ultimate from the Rise to try and run away from that fight.
Yeah, he does not have to win it. He can just run away from it as W gets caught, but a beautiful arrow. And Vortex's ultimate is going to find Volibear. We have an extended fight going on here. The TP comes in. Copy decides to ultimate in. Ash will pick that up. Savage is in the back line, lands a beautiful two-man stun onto the Blitzcrank. And the Ash right there will get the double kill for himself. So all in all, it's a 3-for-3 coming in. Uh, but advantage KAKAO Gaming as they are picking up this T2 turret in the mid lane.
Yeah, they pick up the T2, and I think just nice play by the Aurelia to prevent, the rest of his team from collapsing around there. Because I think if OGs continue on that path, they even had a free Baron up for themselves. Given how Dead Corporal did end up dying in that fight, had overextended quite a bit. Nice hook into the ultimate from the Blitzcrank, plus the enchanted arrow from the Ash did not leave much options for the Volibear at that point. As you can see in the nice Dragon Cam that we do provide, the Mountain Drake has come up, is alive right now, and KAKAO Gaming will be looking to pick this up so that they can be on soul point at least after that disastrous last steal that Zuko did occur across them last time. Over here, you can
I
see
mean,
a
that was
lot of almost all members are here for the fight. Even you can see Stylus Art is marking his way right now, but I just want to see what kind of fight breaks out. They're trying to do a bit of bush gameplay. Nice Hex Flash forward by the Blitz, but he dances no one essentially at that point. And now it's just a matter of time before the dragon starts up, and it has been started up and will be taken by OGs. I do not see any way KAKAO can match this, and OGs are going with like thieves in the night, stealing the Blitzcrank has gone a bit too overzealous over there, but the fight breaks out over right now. Camille goes down before anything actually happens. 3 members of KAKAO Gaming wiped off the map. The Real is alive, but her stun does not land, and Vortex is free to hit right now. The Aurelia does channel her ultimate, but not enough is done there. There's a double kill for Vortex right now, and all the members of OG are pushing down this mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, Vortex is playing out of his mind right now. Let's get a replay of that team fight that just happened. It looked like Blitzcrank was caught right there, but that was a bait. W goes in, and I want you to keep your eye onto this Ash. The Irelia had a really nice flank coming in, but the arrow stops her on her track. And Vortex gets more uptime to just finish off this fight. Look at the arrow right there, just stuns the Aurelia. She can't enter the fight right now. And by then the fight is essentially done. Vortex again on this Ash, just performing and showing levels right now. 11, 1 and 11. That's a very pleasing score to look at as well. But my god, he is doing so much in these team fights. Um, yeah, huge props to him and W in this game so far. They have done so well.
Yeah, and even the Blitzcrank buys was so much time for his team to do so much in that fight. It looks like he's been caught out, but no, 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 it's KAKAO Gaming that's fallen for a bit of a trap. Nice ultimate yet again coming in from the Ash of OGs. Stops Savage in his tracks when Savage even tries to run away later, misses his stun, so he gets caught out over there. The ultimate is just not enough to reach the Ash just in time so you can finish it, and it's just going completely downhill for KAKAO Gaming right now. Even though the goal is not that much in difference, even the terms of Drakes are 2-2-2 right now. OGs are in the lead in goal around 600 gold for in their favor, and they have completely surrounded this Baron right now. Nar does have his TP up for this fight if he wants to come for it. Savage has it as well, but now KAKAO Gaming have no vision right now across the Baron, completely wiped out by the Blitzcrank right here. So nice play coming out from OGs. They're going to keep Kakao Gaming completely on their toes. Copy takes away the red buff right there, giving his entire team that. So now they have that added burn damage as well. But just a bit of a lull state right now. Blitzcrank misses narrowly, but I don't think even if you pull him, there's not much you can do in that scenario. All the members are towards the top side except the Wukong, the Nar, and the Camille, who are towards the bottom side a bit of the map. Finally, another ward placed by Kakao members in the Baron pit, so that secures the information of the Baron. And now just a bit of resets and a bit of a game of chicken right now about who gets in first for the Baron and who does what at what time, because it's going to take 2 minutes more for the next Mountain Drake to come up.
Yeah, for sure. And again, as you said, Mountain Drake, the Drake RNG has been so good for OGs as well, as they get these extra stats, extra armor, extra MR, not like they need it against the side of Kakao Gaming, who are, again, as we pointed out, for like a million time full AD. So any sort of dragons that they can pick up in this game, especially the mountain ones, it's going to cost Kakao Gaming a lot, not in terms of gold, but just the value of these dragons. And that is going to be so worrisome come the late game, and it's almost here, like a couple of minutes, a couple of items on these carries. Look at the item on Zuko as well. Has the Randwins completed? Thornmail going to come in pretty soon for the side of W as well. Frozen Heart for the side of the Unseen Blade. So all these items, they are just going to stack up. It's not going to stop. More armor items are going to come in, and even though Kakao Gaming have the very very slight goal lead, it really does not amount to much, as OGs will be very
Hmm.
very happy just hanging around towards this top side of the map, looking at the Baron and just wasting a lot of time, as the Unseen Blade gets caught, is going to get never mind, he's not going to get stunned, so he might get out. Dead Corporal is there, but the flash comes in. Dead Corporal uses his ultimate onto the Ash, who flashes away uh, towards the opposite side of the pit, and my god, he played it so well till he died. But the cavalry is here now. Triple kill for the side of W, who will get out from trouble. Zuko goes down. The Zaya will pick that up, and that's a 4 for 3 coming out for the side of Kakao Gaming, who might get this Baron if they decide to.
Yeah, and a complete turnaround. Nice catch out onto the rise. He did get rooted in place as well, preventing him from ulting away. Not much he can do here. Vortex is here to defer the members of Kakao Gaming from maybe taking the Baron. But now what's up is that Mountain Drake that we were talking about. Now it looks like Kakao Gaming can even pick that up for themselves and maybe get themselves on Soul Point. That's a very crucial part of this fight, where they did come up on top, and this is the result and the benefits that they do get from this. They will be picking this up, and this is them one step closer to the Soul Mountain Drake that will be giving them so much MR and armor for themselves. So that's what comes out of that fight, and just a bit of a misstep from the Unseen Blade, just trying to go closer to that bush that was not warded. They really had a nice time with the ultimate, catches him out, nice to stop him from even ultimating away. So not much he can do in that fight,
Yeah.
and just breaks out completely in favor of Crowd.
I mean, fortunately for the side of OGs, they did not lose a lot in terms of Bannon or all these sort of objectives. Just the dragon, although it is the sole point, I think they will be very happy with that. Uh, Seeing as it was a 4 for 3 in the favor of Kakao Gaming. So, and this Baron fight is just going to come pretty soon, and I think it's going to decide the game, as well as OGs have decided to start it and flip it.
Yeah, this flip is trying to come up over here. They are going all out over here. The realistically is a bit too late to the party. OGs do pick this up. The Woolly Bear is jumping into the action. The Wukong is spinning for his life at the back of it. But now here comes the Aurelia. Now it's looking like a bit of a turn. The Zaya's left at the back line completely undeterred. Will be getting that kill as well. The Rise is trying to ultimate out. Does get that off in time this time. but OGs do pick up the Baron. They do lose 3 members. There's the Wukong and now the Rise who have the Baron, but they do pick that up before they realize there, but they can't do much more in that fight. Now KAKAO Gaming are the ones with the goal lead. They have around 2.2k gold for themselves and also are on Mountain Soul points. So now it's looking like KAKAO's trying to turn this around in their favor.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that team fight yet again so close to call, but I mean, it's the matter of Vortex surviving these team fights. He is the one who has to carry them to victory. As you saw, Love 2 was untouched throughout the whole team fight, was able to finish off the Nar as well towards the back end. But hey, OGs did pick up the Baron. They do have it on a couple of members, so they won't be well too disappointed with that, provided they can do something with it and look to end the game off. And I mean, look at the gold as well, a 4,000 gold lead for Savage in the mid lane, who is more than 100 CS up on his opposite number. And that is where the majority of the goal lies for the side of KAKAO Gaming. And Savage has to be the one, we talked about in Champ Select as well, to carry this game. Actually, both the solo laners, as Copy also has 3,000 goal lead for himself, but the rest of the map is just very far behind.
Yeah, and I think this is a bit of a situation of where you did rush it, you did get it, but at what cost? And look who's getting caught out over here. Savage is trying to be getting caught. Nice enchanted arrow does land onto him. Now where do you run, Mr. Aurelia? You're going down over there. The TP from the Camille just not in time. Volibear has to ultimate to just run away, plus his ghost as well. And now this is OGs using this Baron buff to the full utilization. You have the Rise there with you who has the Baron buff on you. He's one of the members who did not die right there. And now they're trying to end the game to the top side of the map. The Savage is down for the next 34 seconds, so that's a lot of time that you have on your hands. And look who's here, who's been pulled in. It's the Camille who's come to offer up his own soul right now, and he goes down right there. And look at this Ashe, he's just not just stopped hitting from the back line. Zed Corporal goes down, and OGs have blown this entire game wide open right here at the back of this. They're not going to let KAKAO hit
I
that
think that
soul
should be
point.
game.
They've taken, yeah, this should be game, and OGs with a miraculous mark there on the bot side where they caught out Savage are going to be ending the game right here, Kaka. They're going to be going to the grand finals yet again.
That is
Oh
a
my
huge
God.
upset from the side of OGs,
Oh my
beating
God.
G2R in the lower bracket round 2, beating KAKAO Gaming in this lower bracket final. Old Gods are the new kid in the block, and they are looking really good while doing it. Congratulations to them, as they will be securing at least 25,000 in this tournament and will be moving into the grand finals against Asterisk tomorrow. And that game will be at 5 p.m. But this game and this series, Old Gods have been phenomenal. Even in the game that they lost, they were looking really good. So huge props to them, and all 5 members just playing out the game so well.
Yeah, this just looked phenomenal for them right there. They were throwing a bit of their lead away against KAKAO later on towards parts of the game, but especially that Baron fight where they did get the Baron, but they did lose 3 members. But that Baron itself was what enabled them to push it so fast up in the top. Once Savage gets caught out, once Camille gets hooked back into the fight, what do you do over there? You have a dead Copy, you have a dead Savage, and that just blew it wide open. They saw that, you know, KAKAO has the advantage of the Drakes right now. They're just not going to let you reach towards that soul point where you have soul, where you have most of the things, and they're just going to march it away. And unfortunately, I don't think, yeah, KAKAO is just not going to be there in the grand finals anymore this time. So we're going to have another person there against Asterix, and this is going to be a change of pace, especially how OGs play this. This is well deserved for their side. So cannot wait to see that matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one hell of a matchup as well, especially from Old Gods, who have looked really good. Their macro is really good. I mean, their draft in game 1 and game 3 were really good as well as we go into the crucial moments. And this game was fully action packed. We had a lot of fights, and a huge shout out to Vortex, man. He was so good in this game, just playing out of his mind. Uh, he looked like a level above all of these players, even his own teammates, and W as well on the Wukong. The first pick Wukong, just making it work, right place, right time, every time, getting massive knockups into the enemy team. Uh, a very well played series from both of these guys, and again a shout out to Blitzcrank as well. He did his job, connected a lot of hooks in the early game, setting his team up for success. So these three guys were just phenomenal in this game 3, and yeah, KAKAO Gaming, really disappointing series from them. uh, you know by their standards this should not have been close, but old gods just showing up really big.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing up pretty huge over here. This is one of the fights that turn the tides in OG's favor. Over here, you can see Copy does go in a bit too much. Baits a bunch of his team to come up as well. Savage comes in to TP just to die once again right there. And this is not much you can do. It allows OG to pick up all 6 grubs as at the end of the day, and that also allows a lot of the pushes that they did go for. Nice Blitzcrank hook does land there right onto the Zaya. Blitzcrank hooks it, walks away, emotes at the end of it with the ace that comes out for the side of OGs. Here a bit of a misstep from their side because they did push up a bit, but just look at the man we were talking about. Vortex was just so essential. Every time his positioning was so good, he was just so far away from the damage. Even in that one fight where he Ash ults the Irelia, the enchanted arrow that lands on him that allows him to damage the rest of his team while the Irelia is stunned up. Just excellent play from him. Over here was a bit of a funny fight, as Kaka said while we were casting. It's just interesting to see how this does go down. But yeah, OG's had a very substantial lead. Did get neutralized quite a bit by KAKAO Gaming towards the later stages of the game, but at the end of the day, OG's excellent play. The top side to pick off Savage, who was hiding in that bush, and that just allowed them to take the win for themselves.
These team fights were just very close to call as well. There was one near the Baron pit actually where KAKAO Gaming did come out on top, but one by one later on in the game, Camille comes out of the base, gets hooked instantly and dies. Same for the Irelia, and that's where the gold lead was. We spoke about it as well, 4,000 and 3,000 gold ahead respectively from their counterparts. But if you get hooked like that and just die instantly, it really does not matter how much gold you have in your pocket and what sort of items that you have. This was the team fight where I thought Vortex just played out of his mind. Looking at the Irelia with his peripheral vision, using his ultimate to deny her any sort of entry and just finishing her off. Later on, was this the team fight that we were going to talk about? I think this was, yeah. Look at Vortex. He had so many people on him. He still tried to kite whoever he could, but Copy was ultimately able to kill him off. W got a triple kill in this team fight, but Love 2 was still standing along with Dead Corporal with the smite, so they could secure the third dragon and soul point for themselves. And this was a really big flip coming out from OGs, getting the Baron. They did lose the team fights, but got 2 Baron buffs off and were able to recall and just reset. Love 2 again untouched in this team fight. Love 2, I think he did really well, but against a team who is just stacking armor, your damage is always going to be limited. And this was it. Blitzcrank getting that hook onto Camille, who could not even use her ultimate or flashed. Flash wasn't up, it looks like, but instantly a 4 versus 5. Volibear follows along with the Irelia, and that was it. Looking at the scoreboard, 33 minutes 38 seconds. Not the biggest lead you would expect in terms of how it ended. KAKAO Gaming only 2,000 gold behind, but 6 Void Grubs to nothing. 2 Dragons to 3, 1 Baron, 1 Rift Herald for the side of OGs. The stats show how close this was, and it was really close, but the later it went on, it was always going to be OGs with their team composition coming out on top. So a huge congratulations to OGs, who will have now sort of limited time to prepare for our reigning champions, our reigning kings rather, who have not lost a single tournament. And they will be up against it yet again tomorrow. As we look at the crucial MVP for this game 3, take it away, Madness.
Yeah, and as you could have assumed, after we talk so much praises about this man, Vortex RH will have to be our MVP of this game 3, the crucial game between these guys in the lower bracket final. 12, 3 and 18, 846.9 damage per minute. CS matters do not matter in this much because there was just fights after fights after fights. They just kept on fighting, and this man kept himself as far as way while doing enough damage for his team. Only in that one fight where then he was still kiting towards his death, he still played so phenomenally well, and he landed so many crucial Ash ultimate arrows. His enchanted arrows hit so many crucial targets when he was pretty far away, and he did predict the passing that the opponents would take, and they just landed very well. So very well played by this man. His Ash didn't perform that well yesterday, but it just made up for it right here, right now, and it just led his team right there to the grand final against Asterix tomorrow.
Yeah, and that is going to be one hell of a series, as well as we were talking about the top side of the map and how strong it is, but W has performed so well. I think he might be the player to watch in the rest of the tournament. Well, as I say that, it's only the grand finals that's remaining, but W and Vortex have done really, really well to prove that they are deserving of the spot in this grand finals. And yeah, I mean, a lot of matchups that I'm sure we are going to talk about tomorrow before the match starts, and that will be, guys, at 5 p.m. So don't be late. It's not going to start at 7:30. It's going to be starting at 5 p.m. Let's look at the top 5 summoners of the Shreeman Legend Community Clash going into the grand finals. And it's it's four of the old gods, followed with Abdullah Rasool from G2R. I mean, yeah, if you play more games, you are eventually going to get a lot of kills. So I don't think top 5 summoner rankings matters as much because of the number of games that these guys have for themselves. But let's just look at the damage, right? The Unseen Blade has dealt almost, well, more than 3 lakh damage for himself. Vortex at 270,000. 252 for W, who is our top summoner with the highest kills and the highest deaths as well. But I think that's sort of the nature of the role that he plays in the jungle role. Yeah, 4 of the old gods. The only one who's missing out is the support because he cannot get as many kills as these guys. Madness.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's pray that maybe the pike support, you're not going to be getting these skills that you do want over here. But yeah, this is a statement point that OGs have 4 of these 5 spots, even though they have played much more matches than maybe our top team right now, Asterix. But yeah, that might change a bit tomorrow about how these summoners standings do land. But yeah, big ups to also, G2R's Hades. He is still in the 5th spot even after they did get eliminated yesterday, and even after this match where it was 3 games that OGs did get a bunch of kills, he's still managing to keep up to his spot right there. But yeah, yesterday Unseen Blade was number 1 in our rankings, has fallen down to number 3 after W's performance where he did get a bunch of kills, especially with his Nocturne where he did get a bunch in the beginning where he did a very good early game. And now this even translates even further over here. Vortex, once again, yet the man of the hour right now for game 3 at least. With his Ash gameplay, he was just so good with it, and not much you can fault with him of what he played like. He kept his distance, had enchanted good arrows, and just overall stellar performance by the boys from OG. Most people, I think, coming into today's game would have been favoring KAKAO Gaming, even me, myself, and KAKAO would have been favoring KAKAO, but thankfully OG's proved us wrong, and they will be your grand finals. With that being said, guys, let's take also a look a bit at the Rift Rulers leaderboard.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think much is going to change, if anything, right? KAKAO Gaming do KAKAO do have 30 points now, but I think that is going to change tomorrow as Asterisk will be on the Rift and they have logged in at least second place. But who are we kidding, right? They are the reigning champions. It's more than likely that they might run off yet again with the whole prize pool. So I think that will be fun to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even it's equal, but technically Asterix have even locked in like second place. They will still be retaining a top one with more points. But yeah, congratulations to Kakao for at least getting third in this and securing your points for yourself. We do have another tournament after this, the Hush Kill Raid tournament. And guys, if you guys haven't not registered for it, please do register for it. Tomorrow is the last day for registrations. Please make sure to sign up for it. We don't want anyone missing out on the action just because they did not know it was occurring or anything. Also, on that point, please do also follow our socials in the links in the description below. So always up to date, not just on our tournaments, on our events. We have giveaways. We have a lot of things going on for you where you can earn a lot of prizes just for participating. So I don't want anyone missing out on that. So that's another good thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, you heard from the man, guys. Do join our Discord channel. Do follow us on the social media as well. Links are in the description. And with that, we will be seeing you tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's going to be Asterisk versus the Old Gods. We do have a new competitor coming in, so I'm very excited to cast that final as well. And with that, guys, it's me, Kaka, my co-caster Madness signing off, and we will see you tomorrow for the grand finals of the Shreeman Legends Community Clash, powered by Crucial by Micron, and we will see you tomorrow.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.